can we discuss this on stream?
No, we cannot. Good
Wait
evening,
till after.
travelers and
Why
adventurers,
not?
and welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives. That's
Who
not
is the
Alvaro.
person next to me? Help!
Hello.
Stranger!
Who is that? Hello, everyone.
She's
How's it
Granny
going?
Apples.
No,
Doing well.
that's Lobrin.
Alright, yeah.
Oh!
Give me,
I was looking at Tailspire.
Let's
Yeah,
do that.
Lober, what the hell?
You're throwing some shade at Granny Apples.
I will say our sound check is fantastic.
Excellent.
I should certainly hope
Excellent.
so.
Welcome, everyone.
Because-
Welcome.
Well.
Yay!
It looks like we have a friend
Maximilian.
here in the chat.
Hello there, Maximilian. And speaking of Maximilian, I wanted to thank you personally for that follow you dropped and for that 6-month sub.
Woo! My lord.
Whoever you are, I would love
Yes,
to. I would
thank
love
you.
to hang out with you in person sometime. I'm sure we would get along and be fast friends, all of us.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Mhm.
Indeed.
DM, I have a question for you. Could I change Mina's name to Cheese McGee?
Why?
Cheese McGee.
What?
I don't know.
I think
know.
it has to happen now. I mean, like,
No,
there's
I'm
no
joking.
going back.
Oh
Please, no.
my goodness. Hello, Aztec. Hello, Crimson. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm not talking to Cheese McGee for the rest of the night.
No more Cheese McGee?
I'm not talking to Cheese
Cheese
McGee.
McGee!
Why not?
Because I don't want to. Also,
Refusing to
They want
acknowledge.
to talk to you. They have cheese.
Aztec, just to like reconfirm, on our starting student screen, it does not have background music because I have to mute the entire stream because everyone devolves into some kind of strange and unusual conversation while we're getting ready to start.
I
We are
have
on
an
his-
issue with that. It is not strange. It is perfectly normal and in the realm of reality.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits.
I did
Heyo.
that.
So before, okay. You told me if this is strange and unusual. Before we started, it was about shipping containers and a commune, and then it was about meat rice.
Okay.
This sounds normal. Come on, we could do like a solar punk aesthetic, and then just live there.
That would be kind of
Exactly. And hybrid foods are on the rise. This is new technology we're talking about
cool.
here.
Technology.
Exactly.
Solar panels, and we can have like those cool balloon wind turbines, and like a water wheel.
You may not like it,
Oh,
but
water
this
wheels.
is the future.
I want a water wheel, and then I want to be strapped to the water wheel like a starfish and just go round and round. That'll be my daily entertainment.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of the future, Numbers will be joining us in the future.
All I
They're
could
running
think
a little
about-
late.
All I could think about when he said round and round is BB go around in circles.
Oh,
You
yeah.
fly high like a bird up in the sky.
Talking about 100 bits. She
That's
donates
a song
100
that
bits a
they
day.
sing for their little Maya bird.
That's
their
the
pet.
Maya Bird song.
She likes to run around in circles, fly around in circles.
And if
Minus
you'd like to
it.
see pictures of Maya Bird along with everyone else's wonderful discussions and TTRPG whatnots, we have a Discord in which they're all located.
Ooh. I beat you.
Oh, you did. Before we get into everything tonight, I just wanted to go over inspiration really quick for everyone. Last
Whoa.
week, everybody got
What?
inspiration at the end of the session.
Yeah.
And
Gotta love it.
gotta love it, you guys did great. Everyone deserved a little point of inspiration. And then you, the viewers, voted over in the Discord for who gets a point of community inspiration for this week. And, though they're not here at this moment, it was given to Numbers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna
yeah.
be so shocked
We're
when
gonna
he
have to
gets
tell
here.
Numbers when he gets here.
Mhm.
So, are you guys ready to play?
Well,
You
that
have
depends. What do we
one
play?
request.
What's that?
There is a thing for Fool Me that needs to be done
Oh,
by
fuck!
the
Yeah,
DM.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. I
Yes,
forgot to do it
yes,
last
yes.
time.
It's all good. No worries.
Let me see if I see it here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, I gotta get rid of one of your options here.
I should have one slot open because I took out one of them.
That's a lot of morphs.
It's not letting me give you another one.
Darn. You can
You
change
already
out
have too much
whoever
of
you
a
need.
collection.
Get rid
No,
of
I
a
don't
lot.
have enough.
Get rid of a
Change
lot.
out the guard. No one needs a guard.
The guard is used a good amount.
Oh,
Winter
oops.
Bar
What-
has a gold one.
What you
There you
need to
go.
do is you need to create another token and then give that token a whole new set of morphs. This way you can switch between the two tokens.
Just have 2 tokens with
Much
like 12
fun.
morphs on it.
Yeah,
That'd
maybe
be-
even
Actually-
17.
I could
with-
technically make 2 Humi tokens.
DM.
Yeah.
Why am I trying to look up Victoria's coin to put the stuff in my inventory, but it's not showing me anything about it?
Well, I don't know what you mean.
I want to I have it in my inventory, but I want to write what it does, and I'm on Google trying to fucking figure it
Oh,
out. and
because
it's just...
because I made it up.
Oh!
It's not it's not like an official thing.
You
Oh,
just
can you
spilled the
can you
beans.
send it-
It's not real.
Can you? Well, that was already determined like as a thing. But can you send me maybe the
I can do that
little-
during break or something.
Yeah, during the afterwards is fine. The session. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I felt so stupid. I was like, where is it?
It's not real.
Yes, it is. It's
None of us
real
are
in
real.
your world.
It's real now with all of us and all of you. Thanks to viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, god damn it, Derek.
Who's taking?
taking
Who's
it?
taking the potion?
That's a good question. I think that the right person for the job would be Elvira.
Mm.
Hmm.
I have to open
Get
up-
to it, Alvara.
But are any of us truly real, Aztec? No.
Not me, that's for damn sure.
In fact, I think the best person to answer that question is Mina. Go for it.
I'll be right
What
back.
is reality is the first question. Because depending on your answer, everything could be real or it could be not. We're in like a constant state of indeterminate, or a constant indeterminate state.
You know, I agree. I agree.
And I live by that.
I say that every day.
And,
I wake
And
Derek
that is
up
why-
every morning and I tell him that.
It's true.
and
I
that's
just
why
go
I
into
choose.
his room.
I always say, it's 4 a.m. I don't need to hear this right now. And also, how did you get past the 4 locks I've installed?
And I tell him, don't worry about it. And then I recite exactly what you said.
And then
And
I
then I
add
leave.
another lock.
And this is why I haven't paid my taxes, because I'm not real. Therefore, I can't owe tax.
Oh my god, you can't just say that.
Well, if you, who says taxes are real? Who
It's
are we
true.
to know?
What are words? Because technically, if words have no meaning except for what we determine them to have, I could say that the words mean nothing. Therefore, nothing is real, and nothing you say to me makes any sense.
You
What
would
do you
be. I wish you were in my philosophy class in college because I would have the time of my fucking life listening to you. I would just love it.
The only
The
way
reason
you
that I would show up to class.
The only
Honestly-
way you could convey that the words don't mean anything is through the words themselves. You betray yourself, Mina.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you guys. I really, really hate to. But, damn it, I can't. Never mind. Just give me 2
You
minutes.
were gonna do
and 50
something
seconds.
devious.
Just give me 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Don't got enough for a group potion, huh?
No, I do, but there's a fucking limit.
Yeah,
Give me
there's
2
a
minutes,
fucking cooldown on it. And for
give me
anyone
2
that's
minutes and 45
rid of
seconds.
that.
for anyone no, that's on purpose.
Oh, what's that? A cooldown.
God damn it!
Oh.
What?
Do that.
What?
Wait,
Zach
you can both do
and
that
Derek
at once?
did it?
Whoa, hold on.
For
Something
anyone
went
that's
wrong.
watching that isn't aware, potions is an equivalent to a little
You all
type
must
of
have done it at the
beverage.
exact same time for there to not be a cooldown on that one.
Okay, everyone, that's 2 potions apiece. I gotta go downstairs now. I'll be right
Zach
back.
has to take a third, and then
Alright.
it sounds like Mariah is also planning on group potions.
First of all, what is a better way to spend a road trip arc, which is what we're doing right now, than by having a few drinks in the back seat while the designated driver has a horrible time? Designated driver in this instance,
Is me.
yeah, I guess that's you. You're the one
Because
driving the
I
van.
can't have alcohol right now. I
Mhm.
just have my Shirley Temple.
Oh, I spiked it.
no,
I could die!
Well, I mean, we all could. You might as well have fun going down. You know what I mean? Hey, oh.
I suppose the probability, but we'll find out in short time.
I am back.
If you just hear me start to like hyperventilate and then just you hear keyboard smashing, it's because my head hit the fucking keyboard and I'm dead because I stopped breathing.
You're gonna hear a sip of beverage, and then you're just gonna hear her go, "Oh, poison! Oh!"
You know, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna go.
What
"Derek!"
happened?
I'm back and I don't know how the.
Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna take my second one during the break, because if I do this fucked up, we're gonna get nowhere real fast tonight.
That's okay. We still have to wait for numbers.
This is true. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Maybe I'll wait for another time to.
No. Do it as soon as the cooldown's done.
I will say, I did kind of mess up last time.
Uh-oh.
So technically, when I would have gotten downed, I would have reverted back to my normal state.
This is true. Welcome, Subatomic.
You want to
Seven
change it
times
now?
cool to see you.
So
Yes,
that's-
yes, yes.
Well, wait a minute. That's only if you die.
No, it's if you go unconscious. I thought as well.
Yeah,
No, because I read over the changeling page.
Oh,
And
is
it's
that?
only if you hit, like, it's only if you hit death.
Ah. Thought if you hit death saving throws. Okay.
Who
I'm
knows?
gonna
What's
pull it up
your-
again just to
What are you
make
at
sure.
right now?
That's a grand.
Shape
Why
changer.
don't we?
You stay
Like,
in the
are you
new
at
form
one, or
until
are
you
you
use
higher
an
than
action to
one?
revert to your true form, or
6.
until you die.
Oh
So
yeah.
you have to
do we
straight
want-
up die.
Because then it would be hard to be changed while sleeping, is what people say.
That
Hmm,
is true.
Yeah. But yeah, 6
Um,
health currently.
Oh.
Yeah, Granny Apples is holding on to her walker for dear life. I will
Guess
say
what I
that.
choose?
Who do you
Elvira.
choose?
I choose Derek specifically because he said that he spiked my drink with alcohol.
Uh,
There.
I just said I
Elvira.
spiked your drink. I didn't say it was with alcohol. I
You
used
know
wormwood.
Wormwood?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, you take a
Technically,
potion. You take a potion, Audrin.
All right.
Now would be a great time, Alvaro, to describe how Humi is down to
Yeah,
so
can we
little
get
health.
into the recap? Hi, Greta!
Oh, it's so good to see you, our little dragon
Hello.
friend.
lovely.
Welcome, our lovely dragon. Yeah,
What's
can we get
that,
into the
Dragon?
recap?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna finish up onion.
A Funyun. Damn, I wish I had some
Fun.
Funyun.
No. You. I need you to do the recap through the Funyun.
Yeah, it's just like
Ugh.
taking like mouthfuls of fung and just going on. Oh, anyway,
I
we
need you
come
to.
from red caps.
I need you to put your head into the Funyun bag like a horse at like the feeding bag, and I need you to do
Oh.
the recap in the Funyun bag. I want to see if there's a weird echo or something.
Oh,
I said
let me drop a beat for you.
we're not.
Every fucking
We're
time.
not.
Or not.
We're not. It's a normal reading today. Alright.
Normal reading.
Party prepared themselves to conceal ambush
Yep.
with several red caps, readying themselves for combat.
You're off beat.
Battle
Oh, they're right!
Not fucking. I'm not doing this.
All right, fine.
It's too much right now. It's too much. The battle was fierce, with Aurora and Elvira taking significant damage initially as Humi managed to cast slow and decrease the speed of a number of creatures.
Zach, could you speak up a little?
A little quiet.
Yeah. I'll try to speak up. As the little bastards bit and growled at the party fiercely, including one taking a big bite of Granny Apple's rump, the party remained split, fighting the small horde off in sections. As more time elapsed, Elvira went down before being quickly picked up by numbers. After more rounds of intense fighting, the first red cap was felled by a summoned quickling from Mina as the red cap's blood seemed to pool on the ground and absorb into the feet of the other standing red caps. Humi rendered Aurora invisible so she could recover while the horses were running off with Humi on the cart, and Aurora bounced to her feet, landing a sneak attack blow on another as Audrin landed a riposte, initially appearing to fight for his life against this encroaching red cap, but managing to turn the tide pretty significantly and with some fancy footwork to boot.
Hey.
Mm.
Hey, fancy footwork, gotta work it in. Shortly thereafter, he slayed that red cap. With two now down, Elvira banished a third, the one with its teeth in Humi's butt, to the Feywild as Humi, who was bucked from the cart, dimension doored back to it and regained control of the horses. Meanwhile, Mina continued to flutter around above the battlefield, casting Wither and Bloom to assist Aurora and Aldrin's bouts before her quicklings managed to finish off an additional red cap who had been severely injured by Numbers and Adeline. As it seemed the battle was surely won, another red cap, the infamous red cap number 5.
I hate him.
Red cap number 5 was truly a vision.
His name is Mambo, I just know it.
Exploded, damaging the party significantly and knocking Humi unconscious. As Aldrin rushed forward to help him, providing a health potion, Avara Eldritch blasted the last one, bringing it to critical health before she took the gamble of running forward, face-stepping into it, and dealing fire damage to finish it off as it perished in the flames. As the chaos settled, the party, beaten and broken but alive, began to regroup. And that's where we left off.
Well done. Well done.
Well met.
So, greetings. When we
May
last left our
not-
heroes, we just now resumed at the end of the battle with the 6 red caps, Umi battered and beaten, everyone recollecting themselves. What do you all do?
Seeing Humi is being tended to by Audrin, Mina would like to go over to the horse and cast Cure Wounds on it to make sure that it is okay.
The one that got hit with the blast?
The one that got hit.
Okay.
Mina's concerned for horses.
Very good. Very good. Feel free to roll the Cure Wounds. Everyone else.
I'm just gonna shamble over to the back of the cart without a word and just get
Shamble.
inside.
Oh no.
Now here's my question, is the cart still actively, like, pulling forward, or are you attempting to, like, bring them to a halt?
Well, did the explosion rattle them at all, or were they still
They were
moving?
still moving when the explosion happened.
Well, somebody better bring them to a halt or we're fucked.
Wait, let me use my quick movement to run up. And can I roll an animal handling check to try
Can
and...
you keep up with a running horse cart?
My speed of movement is 45, maybe not.
That's pretty fast.
That's decently fast.
These carts don't move that
Umi,
fast.
are you
Things
attempting to, like,
40.
slow the horses, or are you still recovering?
Their move
If
speed
I
is like
just
70
got
feet.
up, then yeah.
So I'll say,
I
Aurora,
probably
you can help
knocked
as
out.
well.
May I
Would
aid Humi then? And or who has the higher animal handling, or what would the check be?
Animal handling.
I have a 1.
How did
I have
Audrey
I have a
catch up
3.
hauling ass?
Okay, yeah.
What
Would
is
my
How did you
Healing-
catch them if they were hauling ass?
with an acrobatics check, I got very lucky with it.
He did do an acrobatics check to
well-
jump onto the moving cart.
Yeah, I know they were moved. I know that, but I didn't know if it was like they would have like gotten away if you started running toward them if they were moving.
So I guess may I roll with advantage to try and like steady the horses?
Yeah, I'll say, describe how you're doing it.
So I would run up, trot along beside them, and just say a little something like, "Whoa, girls! Whoa, fellas! Whoa, she, they, he, hims! Let's settle down now. Everything's gonna be all right." And I'm gonna try and put my hands up calmly as I'm running, and maybe pull some pocket bacon out of my bag.
Oh god,
that
you
I
still have that.
I still have some and wave it around to try and like say, "Ooh,
Alright,
look what
roll
I
a
have."
disadvantage with the pocket bacon.
That's
What?
nasty.
Got disadvantage.
I'm
Lid
just
covered, lukewarm.
They
That's
are
wrong.
horses.
Thank you for the posture
Alright.
check and hydrate, Sippy Gruta.
Wow,
Nice.
good thing
That
I
was
have
the pocket
advantage.
bacon.
They're like, ugh.
There
That's
we
Okay.
22.
Alright, with a 22, I'll say, while the bacon you have pulled out of your pocket is indeed a deterrent, and they do jerk away for a moment after you begin to, like, soothe them and calm them down, attempting to keep up with their pace, they do eventually begin to slow their speed, seeing as there's no immediate danger surrounding them anymore. As Mina, you also fly in and begin healing up the one horse that was injured, and almost killed, actually, during
You know what?
that
I'm eating
explosion.
this pocket bacon and I'm taking it out of my inventory.
That's
Oh.
going to be 11. It's going to be 11 points of healing for the horse.
Excellent. I will write that down for the horse.
May I walk over to Hubi and offer them my healing potion?
I'm gonna need
I
you
thought
to
you were
throw
gonna-
up for pocket bacon.
I
Oh,
thought you were gonna
man.
offer Humi the pocket bacon.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's going to.
Gosh.
Unconscious
Alright, I'm good,
Humi
I'm
eats
good.
the pocket bacon and immediately takes 2 death saves.
I'm all right now. I'm all right now. Humi, would you like one of my potions of healing? You really look like you could use it right now.
Maybe
I-
instead of using that, we should take a small rest.
It's a good
Yeah.
idea too, but
we
do
all
you think
need
we're
it.
safe out in the open like this? I mean,
I
don't know. More of them could just come running out at any second.
I can have my quicklings keep watch. That they should be around for another 50 minutes or so.
Is anyone good enough to keep driving? I mean, I could sleep in the back. Oh.
Who's at highest hit points right now? I don't know. I mean, I'm at 28, so it's not like it's the end of the world. I could take the reins.
I'm at decently high HP as well. I only
See
took
here.
the one hit from the blood explosion.
Don't forget, we
The only
also
issue
need
is if we get
spells.
into another big fight, I'm gonna go down.
I can take the reins of the cart for now. I should be able to handle the horses pretty well, and I could have my quicklings keep watch and go ahead of us.
How long do your quicklings last for?
I think 1 hour. Let me double check.
Everyone
How
else?
long
What's everyone else doing?
How long is
Humi,
that fight?
Alvaro, Audrin?
I was
I'm in
going
the
to say,
cart.
I was going to say that I'm in the cart and I'm still kind of tending to Humi a little bit, and also tending and kind of starting to like a little bit like slapdashly patch up my own wounds because I'm at 20 health points, baby.
I will say, as the cart comes to a slow, that's when Numbers and Adeline also kind of trot their way back over to assess the situation.
Okay. My quicklings do last for 1 hour.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just gonna look to Adeline, and he's gonna give her a little bit of a grin. He's gonna say, "Good to see you're still with us. Looks like you got some wherewithal after all."
She just kind of gives you like a little snarky, like a kind of like expression, and she just goes, "As if there was anywhere else for me to be turning to in times like this."
He's just gonna give her a bit of a nod and then kind of gesture to an open space on the cart.
She rolls her
Aurora
eyes, but
wants-
she does take a sip.
I want to perk up and say, you and Numbers seem to work very well together. I must admit, it was quite a sight to see you fighting side by side.
Well, at the very least, it was quite an honor to get to fight alongside such a talented fighter. I don't want to speak for Numbers because he's not here, but
I think everyone fought very well.
Oh, I think you're talented too.
thank you, Miss Adeline. If anything, I think you did quite a bit of damage as well.
That's basically what happened.
Honestly, if any one of us faltered, I think we could have lost that fight. I think we all did very well there.
There was a lot of quick thinking on everyone's end. I'm really proud of y'all. You did amazing. Truly.
Alright,
Well-
gang.
As much as I'd like to laud us a little bit more, we got a long road ahead of us, so keep your eyes peeled and watch each other's backs.
So,
What time of the day is it? Sorry.
this has been a few hours into your first day of travel out of 6 days.
Okay, and we
maybe
left
around noon?
early, right?
Yeah, early enough. I
At
would
dawn,
say
I
like
believe,
around like.
yeah.
Did you guys leave right at dawn?
I thought so. I
Pretty
could be
close
wrong.
to dawn, yeah. Because
Yeah, I think we
A
did.
little time in town, I thought.
Yeah, I thought you spent like.
No,
a
that was
Oh no, that was the day before.
It was the day
yeah. We
before,
we
yeah.
decided to stay in town so we could leave right at dawn.
Okay, so if you left right at dawn, right about now, it would be, let's say like around 10 or 11.
Okay. I'm really scared for the rest of the day, but I'll take my short rest.
You guys are taking a short rest?
Are we taking a short
We-
rest while we travel? Is the question.
I
Mina
think that's
can take the reins of the cart for now, because otherwise we would lose a full hour of travel.
Good
I think
point.
we should probably travel, yeah.
Like the people that are on the cart can take a short rest, right?
Yeah, but the other people that are actively like,
Yeah, moving, they
navigating
can
and
do that.
traveling, you would not be getting a short rest.
Yeah.
What if you were on the horse?
No, I don't know if you've ever ridden a horse for a long period of time, but that is not restful.
I ain't never rode a horse in my life.
It takes actually a lot on the body.
Ugh.
Have
Wouldn't
you
you used
ridden
to
a
ride
horse?
one to school?
No, I
right.
didn't!
But have you
So
ridden a
Humi
horse?
definitely on the cart. Who's lowest besides Humi?
Probably me, but
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
No, I have less. I have 10.
10? Alright, Alvara on the cart. How many people
Plus,
can
short
fit?
resting makes sense for me because I get all my spell slots back.
That's very true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
how
should
many
also
people-
prioritize people with spells, just because,
Yeah.
like, I think resting for melee fighters usually grants, like, it's, like, usually some, like, archetype-related effect. Whether it be, like, a reroll of some sort or, like, an extra move. But,
We can also rotate out
yeah.
as we move.
That's true.
Whoever's resting in the cart, once they feel rested enough, can switch off with the others.
Now keep in mind this is a decently sized covered wagon. So you can fit more people than your previous traveling
How many people,
accommodations.
DM, would you say specifically?
Let me think. I think a wagon, if I can remember correctly, in 5e can fit... I think they can fit, like, anywhere between 4 and 6 people, I thought.
And one of them is a small
And
person.
one of them is a fairy.
Yes.
Well, I can ride on the top, or in the driver's seat if necessary, so it wouldn't take away from that space.
That's true.
But our packs would probably take at least one, like all of our provisions would probably take one, if not two.
Yeah, you
spots.
guys do have a lot of supplies, which takes up a lot of weight as well.
Yeah. It says
So-
that the carrying capacity, I looked it up, is hold up.
Okay. Well,
Do you wanna
if
say 4
size is a
people in the back?
problem, well,
2,100 pounds.
Yeah, so probably you could fit all except for maybe 1 or 2 people in the cart.
what if I shifted into Mina? Because I can actually shift down
You
a
can, you can
size.
change your size class down.
Ooh.
You
Does
could do
that
that.
help?
You could do that.
Okay, so I shift into Mina just to kind of get small, whatnot. Now I'm curious. Now what does Francis do, seeing that their owner has changed?
He's still
from
in a
big to
cage,
small?
right?
Yes, yes.
By the way, Audrey, during this time in that combat, your raven had flown off to a nearby branch and was watching down below.
I assumed as much.
And he's looking down on you from one of the nearby trees now.
Audrey's gonna kind of like pat his shoulder and be like, come on now, boy.
Roll an animal handling check. Francis is still in a cage, and therefore he just kind of... He looks at you warily, but with a little subtle as he just kind of watches. Eyes squinting, as this has now just been a very treacherous experience.
That's fair.
Oh my god!
You know, everyone has a point of
No.
inspiration tonight.
Yeah, I'll use it here. Why not?
You need your buddy.
My little guy. His name is Guna.
If you roll
What?
another net 1.
His name is Little Guna.
Hey.
That's why the nat 1 was rolled.
There you go. Oh my
Wow.
god!
Yo, Luna takes after Maya, for real. My gosh.
I'm
You know
never gonna
what?
see him again.
Literally my only basis for this check was as long as it's not a natural 1, like, he won't leave. And that was a natural 1. But yeah, with a 2, he kind of watches you for a moment, and then seeing the battlefield around, though it has calmed down, he doesn't fly to you, he flies about like 10-15 feet into like a little bit of the snow in front of you and does like a little hop, and he goes, ah, ah!
Maybe you
all
should
right.
offer him some treats, Audrin. I think he's a little startled.
All right, I'll think of a better name for you. And then he reaches into his pack and pulls out some like dried nuts from the ration and he just kind of like puts it along the cart. He pats it.
He kind of tilts his head over to the side, giving you a little bit of a look before going up, 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 and slowly but surely coming back over to you, taking the nuts.
Okay, wonderful.
And from there you can scoop them up if
I
you want.
probably didn't deserve that with a 2, but I'll take them.
Like I said, my only requirement was as long as it's not a 1, he won't just leave forever.
Oh God. How do you
He's
feel?
going to give a snack to Francis as well.
What kind of snack do you offer, Francis?
I am going to offer Francis a nice little chunk of jerky.
You see him recoil back for a minute as you go and slide it into the cage, but eventually he does kind of settle back for a minute before snapping forward at quite a fast pace, taking it within his jaws. And you see him kind of chew on it for a minute, like it's not a soft meat like he's used to just swallowing in one bite. This is quite solid. So you see him just kind of like gnaw on it for a minute as he's attempting to swallow it whole, but eventually he gets it down.
Okay. I watched this as a little alarmed, but
His wings
But
tucked
it's
back into
alright.
his body as he's just kind of he's happily snacking.
hell yeah.
Guys, I do think that if we're gonna get going, we should leave soon. The bodies might draw some unwanted attention, and I don't want to stay here too long.
Did anyone like check these
Oh,
bodies
yeah.
to like figure out like why this like party of red caps attacked us?
Because they were the grandchildren from the hags we killed.
Yes.
If you
We
remember.
know that. Does our party know that?
I
Our
thought our party figured
characters.
that out.
Well,
Alvaro-
they said something about it before attacking your party, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
they
think we were
also
able to put-
mentioned they also mentioned to Alvara that the staff that she took was like their grandmother's or something.
Alvaro
like
doesn't have that.
Don't have
I
that.
that.
have.
Who has that? Oh, you have that. Oh,
He
then yeah,
does.
your character would know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you want
in
to
the
check
mean-
their bodies for anything? Like,
I will say, for
Can
the
I
sake of
have-
expediency, go ahead and tell me what you guys want to do right now, and then we'll progress with the next like days of travel because there's a lot of travel ahead.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I have the quicklings loot their bodies while we start heading off, and then they can catch up with us?
Yes,
Because they have 120 feet of movement speed.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Is there
They
anything
can
else
just
anyone wants to
zoom-
do before we give you guys a short rest and continue with travel?
No.
Okay.
nope.
So, go ahead and give you guys a short rest. You can restore any hit die that you want during this time.
How many can we restore?
You can
As many as you
want.
But you only regain half of your total hit die back on a long rest. So if you use all of them right now,
You only get half of what you roll.
you only get half for. No, you get all of what you roll, but over the night, you'll only gain half of those back. So the next
Oh.
day, you'll have access to half of them.
Just
If you
gonna
use all of
wait.
them.
I was just gonna use only if you use all of them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Fumi is going to do a little. They're going to hum a song, if you will, a lullaby, and it's a song of rest. At level 2, you can use a soothing music or ornation to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creature you can hear your performance, that is, regain hit points at the end of short rest by expending one or more hit die. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
No.
Okay.
The extra
Very cool.
hit points increase when you reach certain levels in this class to 1d8 at 9. Okay, I know. Alright, so 1d6 extra, everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you guys take your short rest, recover any hit die that you wish. I will say that as the quicklings dart back towards the bodies of the red caps, at least the ones of which they are able to access, the one that has been banished back to the Feywild is unavailable, and the one that did a corpse explosion. But as they go and search, eventually they do return to you, Mina, without really much in hand except one object in one of their hands that they're carrying with them, and it's a small, decrepit-looking stone, and as you hold it, it just kind of seems like a river rock, but as you're feeling it in your hand, there's something different about it. It doesn't exactly feel like mineral. It almost feels like some kind of textured, like, biomaterial. It feels almost leathery and dried, and as you're turning it around in your hand, you realize that it has the faintest indent of, like, a dried-up pupil within the center.
I'm actually gonna hand this to Alvara, trusting their expertise at understanding magic, to see if they care to identify it as we travel.
Yeah, I'll play with it as we head along the trail.
This way, Mina can focus on tending to the horses and keeping us on the right path.
Alvaro, this is easy enough for you to tell what it is, even without identifying. You know this to be a hagstone.
Okay.
But you take your short rest. After an hour, your little quicklings disappear.
I'm gonna say goodbye to them and give them each a little treat before they disappear off back to the Feywild.
They kindly take it in their hand and just kind of look to each other, and as they look back to you, they give you a gentle nod as a thank you before they dissipate back into the Feywild.
They were nice.
That's
I
my
like
hit
them.
points.
Okay.
Add a d6.
So,
Yes.
I got really confused when you rolled Humi because I was like, wait, what?
24
Mr.
plus
Mina.
the con mod.
So, how many hit points do we
Oh
have
yeah, I forgot to
per
add
level?
our con
Do we
mod
have
program.
7?
for
Since
level
we're
7, you have 7 hit die.
Okay.
So,
So we would regain back 4 uses of our hit die on a long rest.
Indeed.
So I could roll. I cannot roll all of my hit die. is
I
what
just
you're
rolled 2, but I forgot to add my con modifier.
saying. Wait, we add our con modifier to the hit die?
yep. Like your total, not each die, but
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
So, given that Numbers is not here at the moment and they are typically the one that helms the travel, who is going to be helming the rest of the travel for the day?
I will. Maybe Numbers can help me?
Sure, I'll say Numbers is helping, as you are currently the one driving the cart anyway.
I will rely on his vast knowledge of maps in this situation. He has a perfect memory of maps and geography.
You
Do you
do
wanna
love him
see a
maps.
map?
No.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
No.
So animal handling, you said?
No, so for this would be survival or nature to stay on the path and make good time.
Alright, survival.
Oh god!
Oh, Crimson with the group potions! I'm gonna take it during break if that's okay.
Oh,
If I get too smacked right now, it's not gonna be good for anyone.
I got one
Here's your
right
point
here.
of inspiration.
But the rest of
Wait,
you,
Oh, goodness gracious. Here we
take
go.
your potions.
Actually, I do... that's a little low. I'm going to use my point of inspiration.
Ugh.
Do I reroll that once, or do I reroll both of them?
Just once.
Because it's with advantage.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy Gruta. He always comes in clutch with the care package right after.
Yeah, that's good.
That's doable. I would like to have rolled over a 10.
A 16 is
At least one.
still good. You did. The 13 was one. You got a 13,
Well, I
a
would
10,
like
and a
the dice
16.
to be more than 10.
Huh?
I would like the actual die roll to
take a
be
big
more
swig
Oh.
of wine for that
Thank you so
potion.
much for the hydrate, Sippy Max. You guys take your potions.
Thank
Or who's waiting until break?
I
Nope,
just
I'm
did
doing
I
it now.
will
I'm
take it
just
right
working up the
now.
energy.
I'm drinking swigs of wine. I'm like, I'm like a fourth of the way through a bottle.
Finish it.
The glass is
Excellent.
a third.
Crimson,
Glass
you're a
full.
demon for this one.
I kind of love that energy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Crimson.
While we're riding, and we have 2 talented people at the helm, the entire time Audrey's just going to be giving almonds to this little crow and just going like, "Are you a Brian maybe? And no, hold on, maybe a Kieran." And then he's finally gonna go, "Wait, you're Finley. You're Finley, aren't you?"
He just kind of... He stops squawking after you say that, and he closes his beak and he just kind of looks at you and he blinks twice and just kind of... It's the oddest thing. This is just a regular little crow, but you swear he's squinting his eyes at you.
He's gonna drop the almond and just say, "Finley, it is."
He kind of goes... And he takes it in his beak and swallows it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 16 for travel, that's still good. Easily enough, you're able to get the horses back in good shape. Thankfully, the caravan itself really wasn't damaged. Everything is in a quick assessment, and Mina, you're able, with the help of Numbers, to keep back on the pathway ahead, the one that was pointed out by Numbers on his map that he got before you guys left. You're able to easy enough stay on the path. Would anyone that wants to, I invite you to roll perception for this next part.
Not me.
All right, I'll do
Right.
it.
So I'm
It's
gonna
10
not.
grand to not let them fumble. That's important. You see these nat ones coming out tonight.
Oh.
Oh.
Would you like me to roll perception as well, or is
I
this
got
one of us?
this. I
Anyone,
got
feel free to roll perception.
Perception.
This is one of
I'm
my better
sleeping,
ones.
so it makes sense I roll.
It
Boom,
does.
baby.
Oh, damn.
I got expertise. in this.
Okay.
Damn.
Hmm.
We
Okay.
see everything. We know everything.
That's
we
pretty
can see
good.
why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So, Humi, you are passed the fuck out trying to recover. You had quite the chomp taken out of your behind, out of them cheeks. Your cake is a bit rough.
You can stop with that now.
The big, juicy lumps have
Is-
taken a
is this-
beating.
That is an elderly woman. You don't need to go into such detail.
Actually, it's Mina right now.
That is a child.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. I forgot you were shifted into Mina. Still. You don't
Police
see
are-
anything because... What the hell is that? I saw like a new button that I've never seen in Tailspire before. Humi, as
Wasn't
you're
there just an
resting, you don't
update?
see anything. This is what?
I said, wasn't there just an update to Tailspire this week? Or
There
something like
might have
that?
been, and I wasn't paying attention to what they changed. Audrin and Mina, as you are all getting everything together, and right as you start getting the caravan back on track, as you're leaving the pile of red caps behind, their blood still soaking into the snow beneath, creating red pools and stains beneath them. You both take a quick assessment of the area around you, making sure it's still safe to pull forward, and as you glance behind, you swear there's a shadow beneath one of the far trees in the back with two
No.
small yellow eyes and two little pointed ears watching.
We're not catching a break today.
But as you look
No.
away, it's no longer there. It's strange. It just almost looked like another little forest animal that just kind of happened to be watching at the time. It's odd. But given the events that just happened, I guess it really wouldn't be that strange to expect the wildlife to take a peek at what's happening around if they
In
hadn't fled
between-
already.
In between naming his crow, Audrey's gonna pipe up and tell the rest of the crew. All right, hoys up. Looks like we're still being followed. Regret to say it.
Time passes as you all begin to pull forward, and as you're all resting, about a half hour into your travel, once more. As each of you are looking around, Mina keeping eyes straight ahead, holding onto the reins tightly. It's quite a lot of rope in your small hands, but you are doing a great job keeping them on track. And as you're pulling
They're
forward,
friendly.
you feel like, again, you see this small little shape kind of walking in between bushes, and as you kind of squint your eyes and look a little closer, looks like a cat. Almost like a house
Oh.
cat, but with all black slicked fur as it goes darting
no.
in and out.
I don't trust this.
And Audrin, you see
Oh.
it as well. But again, it disappears back into the shadows of the woods.
Is it the same cat that Alvara saw out of character?
We wouldn't know. How would we know?
No, only Alvara would know. We wouldn't know. Fuck.
Time passes, and eventually, minutes turn to hours as the sun begins to set amongst the tops of the pine trees in this boreal forest. And you find yourselves into the beginnings of your first night. Are you guys
How's the weather?
continuing forward, or are you attempting to make camp?
Maybe we should.
Trying to find a good. There we go. That seems good.
We should probably make camp so we don't get any points of exhaustion.
I tend to
that
agree.
sounds good.
Indeed.
It's increasingly making itself apparent that we're not really properly geared for a cold night through the tundra. Probably best if
Hey,
we stick close
Volux.
to a fire.
Oh,
I just wanted to ask, what's the weather like?
So the weather, as you're continuing, the sky itself was still gray as you set out this morning. And while there is a chill wind in the air, it seems mostly like just the same gray clouds are creating an overcast throughout this day. But as you get closer into the nighttime, once again, just a little gentle dusting of snow begins falling. It's not a heavy snow in the slightest, it's just the startings of a little flurry. begin to fall amongst the trees and down into the brush below and into the pathway ahead.
Aurora's gonna take out
do we-
some of her. Well, she's gonna go in her pack, take out her cloaked hood or like cloak from her traveler's clothes, and just like drape it across herself and put her little hood up and keep going.
What'd you
Do
say,
you
Mina?
guys want to? I was gonna say, do we want to find a suitable place to set up camp for the evening? I've been outside for quite some time. I can definitely set something up for us.
That's
Looking
probably a
around
good
to the
idea.
group. Are there any suitable campsites in the immediate vicinity, DM?
You don't see any campsites, however, this path itself is quite wide and open, and it would be easy enough to find just a little clearing within the trees themselves, as they're not, like, densely packed together. As you're continuing forward, you do see, like, a couple small clearings if you wanted to pull off to the side and, like, set up a little camp.
Does this spot look good to everyone? I can set up camp for us.
As
Fairly
good as
easy
most
at that.
others.
Sure, thank you.
So I'm going to pull the cart off into the clearing a little bit, and then I'm going to ritual cast Wild Cunning,
Okay.
choosing the option to have the spirits of nature. So you call out to the spirits of nature to aid you. When you cast the spell, choose one of the following effects. And I'm choosing the effect to send them to bring wood back for a fire, set up the campsite using our supplies. So they build a fire in a circle of stones, put up tents, unroll bedrolls, and put out any rations and water for consumption.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Alright, and as the little
Yeah.
fairies begin to do their fey magic, allow me one moment.
Out of
yeah,
character, do you think? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Audrey.
We have new tents. I just realized, so I'm excited.
We
Yeah.
have 3 tents, indeed. And I will be
Yeah,
helping to
dude.
put them up.
The elements will not kill us now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, guys, this clearing looks suspiciously like the one we just fought in.
Do you think that we should be like at least like one person? If one person stays, like if we switch throughout the night to keep watch, can we still all get a long rest? Like
Yeah, like someone can
rotate?
keep watch and you can still get your long rest.
Because I'm afraid if we all just go to bed, something's going to attack us in the middle of the night.
Generally,
I
only for the
definitely
cost
think-
of 2 extra hours.
I definitely think we should keep watch for the night. I don't trust the area right now.
Well, who goes first?
I would offer. My perception is terrible, but I can.
Is
I
there
have a
anything
plus
you guys
0,
would like to
but-
do before you take this rest?
Yes. I want to take Francis's
numbers.
cage.
Hey!
Hey.
See ya, buckaroo.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Hopping on Tailspire.
How's it going?
Alright.
I forgot to tell you since you weren't here, but Numbers got a community inspiration.
Oh, I did?
You did.
Thanks, community. I
The
appreciate
community.
and love you, community.
So there's the campsite, Mina. How'd the fairies do?
They did wonderfully. Seeing the campsite is all set up, Mina is going to turn to the group, specifically to Humi, actually, and say, Humi, you said you were part of a circus or the Witchlight Carnival?
Yes, indeed.
I was wondering if you perhaps knew any songs. I have my pan flute, and I feel like traveling would be the perfect time to try to play some music and have a good time
Whoa.
to celebrate our first night on the road again.
Songs. Well, generally, when I was in the circus, I would actually perform 2 songs, not necessarily sing with them. But I think I have something that could be a bit entertaining for us. Okay. I'm gonna need you to play something low, something methodical, with a slower tempo.
Put it in a D minor. Put it in a D minor.
I'm also
What?
going to need a few volunteers.
Mina's gonna look around the
Aw,
group.
come
in
on,
the moment of
guys.
silence.
All right. You don't gotta tell me twice. I'm willing to play ball if it means we'll have a little bit of fun.
All right. And just one or two more.
I don't have the best singing voice, but if it'll make
It's
the
all
group
good.
feel more at rest, sure.
Okay. Don't worry, it's not anything crazy. I just need everyone to sit in a circle. Keep the
Oh my
music
god,
playing.
we're gonna kumbaya.
Yeah, perfect for camping.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what Humi is doing, they're shifting back into their normal attire.
And they're fire walking. They're jumping up and down across the fire and not dying.
And what's that cool looking new snake you have on your mini?
Francis.
It's Francis.
Francis!
We love Francis.
So, with everyone kind of sitting in a circle around, Humi is going to start taking up their tarot cards. And they're going to start placing them in front of everyone who's participating. So, the way this works, I'm going to communicate with some spirits, and you guys are going to help me learn something. Alright?
Oh, this is what you're doing.
So, as the pan flute melody plays in the background, Fumi's eyes start to glow, and you notice tiny little spirit orbs floating around us. Fumi is going to turn over the cards one at a time. What cards do I turn over?
How many?
4 total.
Alright, roll 4 d20s for me.
4 d20s. Whoa.
Roll 4 d20s.
Roll 4 d20s. Not 4 d20s, but 4d.
Damn, that's a lot.
4, 18,
That's
15,
a lot
and
of
9.
damage.
So, the first card, and tell me who this card is placed in front of.
This one would be in front of Aurora.
Oh, good
Aurora.
lord. Yeah?
Humi reaches towards you, and as you see this face-down card with an interesting, black, like, kind of intricate design scrawled onto the back of this card, you see that Humi reach over and flip it over in front of you, and you see the Dark Lord card. Humi, you know this card to represent a single, powerful individual of an evil nature, and one whose goals have enormous and far-reaching consequences.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
Don't worry,
This
don't
could be
worry.
interpreted in many ways, such as one
So,
whose goals are too far ahead of themselves, one that would be willing to do things at the sake of others, etc.
Well, yeah, that sounds like me, but I don't believe myself to be evil.
well, no, it's not necessarily evil. It's just a card. It's a way of saying something, you know?
All right.
So for the
So
next
now-
card, tell me, whose card is this as the 18 in front of?
Audrey.
Perhaps. Yeah, I figured as much.
Fumi, as you reach over, Audrin, the card in front of you, you see revealed to be the 3 of Swords,
Oh.
also known as the Soldier.
Oh.
Fumi, you know this card to represent great war and sacrifice, and one who has the stamina to endure great hardship, but at what cost?
Okay. Now, I'm going to flip over the last card. Or, no, I'm sorry. The third card. And I'm assuming from, like, the way we're shaped, or the way we're, like, standing, it is, our new lovely traveling companion. whose name's eluding me currently.
Adeline?
Adeline.
Madeline. Yes.
Adeline is sitting around in the circle, and as there's a card in front of her, she just kind of sighs and rolls her eyes and goes, I'm not into all this fancy mumbo-jumbo, but give it your best shot.
You're not wrong for that perspective, Adeline. Parlor tricks and nothing more.
Thank
Oh,
you. And she
please.
kind of gestures over to you, like in a thank you kind of way. So, the card that gets flipped over in front of Adeline is the Master of Swords, also called the Warrior. This card represents strength and force personified, violence, and those who use force to accomplish their goals. Which is pretty fucking spot on for Adeline.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. I'll leave it at that. And I'm going to unveil the last card.
There's a little flash of recognition in Adeline's eyes as this happens, but she quickly shakes it off and just kind of rolls her eyes with a scoff. Alright, who is the 9 in front of?
Humi.
Umi. You reach over and flip over the card in front of yourself, revealing the Card of Innocence. A being of great importance whose life is in danger, and who might be helpless or simply unaware of the peril surrounding them.
What was the name of it one more time?
Innocent.
Oh, just innocent. Okay.
Well, Humi's face looks paler than usual, as they kind of just stare at this card. You notice that the spirit orbs are starting to flutter in a purple light. And you start feeling a negative energy around the circle.
Uh-oh.
I thought we were just supposed to sing songs.
I know this isn't very much of a song now, is it?
What happened to the kumbaya? I don't want to be dark and evil.
The orbs start floating into Humi, as Humi now gains temporary access to a necromancy spell.
Ooh, what
And
spell did you pick?
I'll leave it at that for now. Figure it'd be more fun as a surprise.
Well, message me what it is as the DM.
Okay, fair enough.
I kind of need to know what spells you got on deck.
Dave's like, I kind of need to know what's going on. You can't keep it a secret from
No,
me.
I won't tell you.
No!
About halfway through that, Mina stopped playing her pan flute because this is not what she was expecting to happen, and she looks a little sad.
Oh, Mina!
Oh. So Aurora's looking at her card pretty intensely, and she's got a lot of mixed emotions because she feels like there was a more evil part of her that once existed that she left in the past, and now she's worried because she's not that smart, so she's taken the superstitious aspect of this a little bit seriously, considering everything she's seen Humi do. So she's a little bit paler than usual, I'd say, as well.
Paler than usual.
Yeah, she's pretty damn pale.
Imagine the snow at this point.
Bluer, a lighter blue than she normally is.
Like a
Numbers is,
glacial blue.
Where did Aurora go? Everyone stop!
What's numbers doing?
he's gonna turn to Adeline and say, Master of Swords. Wow, that must mean you're good with swords.
It's not the only thing I'm good with, and she gives you a little bit of a wink.
Holy shit.
Oh, what else are you good at?
Well, all kinds of things. Maybe I could tell you about it sometime on our travels.
Oh, that'd be
I'll-
interesting.
I'll just go loudly clear stuff.
Oh, is
Yeah,
there
we're
something
all-
that
we're all good
the
at something around here.
is there something the Swabby wished to speak to us about? And she kind of looks over to you, Audrin.
First of all, good with swords is quite generous.
Better with swords than you ever were.
That's not
Hold
what our
on a
track
minute.
record shows.
Good with swords is quite generous, is that?
This is just Winter and Derek at each other IRL every life when
No,
they're arguing.
man.
We're done.
Wow.
You're
You're
done.
done.
It's like, no, you. No,
God,
no,
sup?
you. Like, playfully, obviously, not seriously arguing.
I'm just gonna go into the tent and I'm gonna say, oh, that was a wonderful song, everyone. That was well done. And give Mina a little pat on the back, probably actually genuine, and then go in here.
Okay.
Aurora's gonna turn to Alvar and say, "Do you mind if I bunk with you? I'm a little new to the group and I'm not sure where I really feel like I belong yet. Everybody seems to have their own little cliques and friend groups, and I thought maybe I could get to know you a little more. Maybe we could become friends."
I don't really care what you do, frankly. And she's gonna go in the tent.
Well, I guess I could just go fuck myself, but it's cold out here, so I'm coming in.
So, for the first night, I just need to know, because if you guys want to have a watch, you don't have to have anyone on watch. But if that's the case, there's going to be 3 watches, so I need to know who's taking first, second, and third shift.
I'll definitely do. After 4 hours, I can just.
That's true, you can be
I
up.
don't need more, so I can do third rest.
I'll do
I'll take
second.
the second.
You guys can both do second if you want.
Yeah, you know what?
It-
Mina, it's you and me.
Some of the best
It
RP.
wouldn't be a bad idea to have
watches.
multiple people up for each watch, to be
Let's
honest.
do that.
Okay. And who would like to take first watch?
I think Aurora said she would.
Oh,
Yes, I will, but my perception is terrible as a forewarning.
my perception is also terrible, but I mean, 2 of us can't possibly fail that badly, right?
Let's do it together, homie.
All right.
So I'll sit while I guess Alvara sleeps.
Actually,
I'll
I need
sit
one more.
on the outside of this tent with my cloak around. You know, I got my hood up, and I'm just looking about.
I'm
Alright.
fancy, so I'm semi-conscious.
I just needed to add one more tent because I forgot Adelaine has her own.
Oh.
She has her own travel supplies. Okay. So, everyone disperse to your sleeping situations.
Before that, I would like to do 2 things, or cast 2 spells before I go to sleep.
Thank you, Gruta.
The first is to once again cast ritual cast Wild Cunning, and ask the spirits to build me a small nest out of twigs and leaves for me to sleep in.
Make sure
And
it's
the
by the
spirits
fire.
do.
So you're.
Oh damn! Is this too big, Mina?
That is a
Holy.
little large, and I was kind of hoping it was up in the tree.
That's numbers is nest.
Number
now.
size. Numbers is up. Perfect.
Well, that's actually the only nest that Tailspire has available.
What
We
the
just
fuck?
gotta
What
use
kind of
it.
big ass bird?
Actually, I'll have them build the nest near with the horses, because I would like to spend
Okay.
the night with the horses.
So we'll say that your nest is over here. with
And
the
then
horses.
I'm also going to cast Speak with Animals once more,
Oh boy.
and ask the horses to help us keep watch through the night, because I know horses don't need as much sleep as people.
What's the range of Speak with Animals? Remind me.
Itself.
No, I mean like how in what vicinity can you hear animals in? Does it say? Or just any?
My normal range, my normal perception range.
Okay. So basically anything within the immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
So, the horses kind of look to you and they go, well, I guess that would be okay. It's a bit cold out anyway. And all the way back, you can hear on Audryn's shoulder, you can hear a little mumbling going, shit! Shit! Shit!
I didn't teach him that.
Well, he's cawing, but Mina just hears shit.
I'm gonna look over to him and be like, what's wrong?
Well, have name now. Don't like
Do
name.
you not like? Don't worry, I'll talk with him. I think we can come up with a better name.
You see his feathers get a little fluffier at this.
Oh.
And you see next to Humi in the cage still, you just hear the with this again. I'm tired of these people already. He gave me hard food and I don't like it.
Oh no.
We'll see about remedying that tomorrow. How about that?
I expect better.
You sassy little snake.
Oh.
They know what they want. That's a Kang.
So what Mina is going to do as a gift to the horses is she's going to take out the little jar of honey that she has, and she's going to put 4 dollops of it in the snow to like harden a little bit, and then she's going to give it to each of them as a treat.
Oh, they chew on it happily as like a little candy.
Oh,
Yay!
So first watch. Whoever's up. Who's all bunking with who?
I'm with Alvaro, but
Alvara's just fucking
Or-
dead on the ground.
I know, but I'm currently sitting outside of the tent, just keeping an eye out.
Numbers and
trans-
Oh,
myself. as per
I tried to
usual,
help you and I
sure.
made it worse.
Buddy,
Alvaro, that's not how you use a tent.
There, I fixed it.
Alvaro, please.
You know what?
This is fine.
If I'm calculating this right,
Just
I think
put them in front of the
Humi has
tent.
their own
That's the
tent.
easiest
Yeah,
way.
Humi's got their own digs tonight for the first time in forever.
Damn,
Oh wow.
that's nice.
Alvaro's like, go sleep with who me. Leave me alone.
And Adeline has her own tent. So, first watch, it's Aurora
Yeah.
And
and
Humi.
and Humi. Alright. Each of you please make a perception check
Okay,
for the
that's
first
just a
few hours of your watch tonight.
15.
I'm go.
Oh,
Oh, you rolled a 15. Is this an average or no?
no, it's individual. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then.
So,
I ain't getting any higher. I'm
as
keeping
you
it.
guys begin to sit around by the fire that you started, keeping it tended, as everyone begins to make their way into their own tents, you sit and you watch as just gentle flakes of snow begin to collect on the ground. And as you sit and you watch, you look in between the brush. You don't really see anything for this first few hours. It's actually quite calm and gentle for the first time in a long time. It's an odd feeling. There's a sense of urgency at the matters at hand, but in this moment, the night is calm and still.
And then we all get murdered.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Is there anything you two would like to do during your couple hours you have here?
Yeah, Aurora would like to talk to Humi and say, Humi, with
Yeah?
that card I got, it left me feeling a little bit icky on the inside. You don't think that means I'm gonna become an evil person, do you?
Well, no, not at all. A lot of cards, they don't necessarily mean what they depict on their picture, or even like. Okay, so take my card for instance, the card of innocence, right? You have 2 different orientations. You have facing up and facing down. So one means the opposite, while the other means more what's intended. But it's really about how you're reading or what you're reading for. That one was just a general reading.
what am I
And-
reading for?
I wouldn't necessarily take it as a bad connotation. But I mean, honestly, from what I know of you, I think you seem to be pretty good stock.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become that way. I wasn't always like this, but oh, you're Granny Apples again. Hello.
Tell me all about it, child.
Oh no. Or you see before you the gentle face of Humi immediately shifts into that of a pleasant older woman with a round figure.
How's your ass feeling, honey?
Oh, the buns are still baking, but it's recovering nicely.
It's a healing process, but
Indeed.
it's nothing really. I'd like to think I'm in a better place now than I used to be, and I don't want to see myself reverting anytime soon. So I guess it just gave me the heebie-jeebies, for lack of a better expression.
Well, I know what you mean about once being in a bad part of life and getting out of it. I mean, oh, tell me, how did you, the long of it, how'd you end up becoming the, Veiled Champion? Usually not too many stalks or walks in life lead to, battle arena, after all.
Uh, well, I really was just traveling, and I knew that my auntie worked in the city, so I decided to pay her a visit. I liked it there. I decided to put down roots for a little bit, see how it went, but I got no roots.
Sorry.
But as my story before, I like you, Humi, and you're very kind, but I don't know that I want to talk about all that just yet.
Well, that's fair. I mean, it's hard to meet people and, like, share things. I kind of have an unfair advantage, with the whole, you know, becoming your likeness and all that. As I just shift into Aurora. But, I will say this. Don't dwell on the past. Focus on the present and prepare for the future. It's the only thing we can do at this point.
That's some damn good advice right there. You sure you're not from the South?
I mean, I guess I'm Marissa South for this country. Yeah.
By all technicalities.
That's something that's something my dear auntie would say.
Oh,
Let me think. Let me think. What am I gonna
Alright.
say? I guess that's pretty much it. Other than she would probably say, "Thank you for listening and for being respectful of my boundaries. I appreciate that."
of course. You would not imagine how many people get so fussy when you change into them. I mean, my gosh, there are so many people that just they get so up in arms for no reason. Ugh.
Aurora,
Aurora's
when this
laughing.
happens, you see a form of Alvara that you actually haven't seen before, in that bluish color.
Oh, I'm gonna say, is that Elvira? Why is she different colored?
Oh yeah, I think she had a hair change or something. I'm not really sure how it works. It
Oh well,
seems that it comes and goes with the seasons.
what did she have? A crisis in the middle of the night and just dye her hair, thinking it would fix life?
I mean, I've been known to do that in the moment myself, but I don't know. It seems like hers is it takes a bit longer to take effect.
Interesting. Anyway, I think it's about time for us to try and rest up.
All right then.
Alright, guys.
Hey,
Watch number 2.
Audrey, before bed, I did want to say something to Audrey, actually.
Yeah.
He's
Which
gonna
is
sit up
it?
in his little bedroll.
Which is this? Say, Audrey,
How do I knock myself over?
there's no
Oh, I see.
there's no doors on tents. How are you gonna do that thing with the bell that rings when the door opens if there's no door?
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a very special trick for this kind of circumstance. And then he leans in as though to whisper, and he just says as loudly as he's been speaking before, I'm not going to use one. Anything wants to sneak in here, I'm in the middle of the woods. I could hardly stop it.
Excellent point, Audrey. You're very intelligent.
And he pats him on the shoulder and he says, besides, I got the best security right here. I've seldom seen someone so competent.
Oh, I appreciate that. Both you and your fishy friend Adeline are so nice to me.
He's gonna give him a brow waggle and say, oh yeah, you've been really taking a shining to her, haven't you?
I don't know. All she said to me was she's good with more than swords, but there's a lot more than swords in existence. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what she's good at or what she was implying.
He kind of squints his eyes a little bit, and he goes, all right, well, let's say that you truly didn't understand what she was getting at. How did it make you feel just the same?
Just a conversation with a friend.
All right, then. I'll be keeping an eye on you, too.
I ship it.
That's good.
Come on, Audrey. You don't know what sex is.
Is that an ocean joke? Because ship.
Yeah, baby.
I
ship it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Aurora's asleep. Aurora's talking in her sleep. She's just mumbling, I ship it. And she's falling
Let the
asleep.
ship sail.
My OTP. Oh.
Do you guys happen to wake the next watch before
Yeah.
you go to bed?
Yes.
So,
Could you
Audrey
let us
and
have
Mina, you're up.
Okay.
Each
I'm
of you,
gonna-
please roll a perception check.
Sit around a damn fire.
Sit around the campfire and roll a perception check.
I almost tried to roll a perception check in the Twitch channel. And
Audrey,
for
what's
fuck's
happening to you
sake.
tonight?
I don't know. I
Do you have
don't know.
inspo?
He already
I
used
used it on my animal
to keep
handling.
his crow from leaving.
I don't
fuck,
regret it.
That's right.
I mean, it still evens out to a 10.
It's a neutral. It's a neutral. Whatever.
I'm just impressed.
Oh,
evidently
there
it's
we
Not too
go.
important.
wonderful.
Okay. As you two begin to take your positions out, the snow still falling ever so softly into the surrounding sky and trees around you all. And as you look up, there's not a star nor shine to be seen as the clouds all gather. So as you look out into the woods, lighted by your own torches and your own campfire, there's nothing much of note to be seen. Mina, with a 26. It's hard to tell, especially when it's this dark and you're trying to see that far out. You don't see anything surrounding you. But a small shape just kind of passes by a tree once more. And you can surmise again, it's some local wildlife, but it's enough to just, after the events of today, to be a little alerting.
Looks like the oh, sorry.
I was just
go
gonna say, was there anything you two would like to do during your watch together?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Would
say
you like to go first?
Sure. I'm gonna say at this point, Audrin's pouring a little bit of whiskey into a small little metal pot above the fire, putting little sprigs of herbs from his ration pouches in there, making a little bit of sort of like a mulled cognac type thing. Pours
That
a glass,
smells good.
big glass for himself, and then a smaller glass for Mina. Hands it to her, and he says, "How you been handling there, little one?"
Audrin, that's a child.
It's a small little thing, all right. It's like a thimble.
She's a small little
She's
thing.
a fairy!
He grew up on a pirate ship.
And she could drink in Europe.
It's fine.
She can drink in the Feywild.
Yeah, true.
She doesn't care for the laws of this country
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
or in the whatever wilderness they're in. Thank you, Audrin. This smells quite good.
It's gotten me through some hard times. I've been meaning to ask you, as a matter of fact, when I've got you here, and the others are asleep. Have you been handling okay? Holding up all right? Not just physically, but mentally, I mean.
Oh, Gruta.
Urta, now that you mention it.
Spare me!
Who's taking
Oh,
the
no.
potion?
Dun 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 dun.
Uh-oh.
Who's taking the potion?
Look, I've already got 2 I have to take during
Numbers! Yo!
Numbers.
How serendipitous, because I actually just got back from the fridge grabbing those.
Yeah, baby!
Yeah,
Get
Have
some
a
of that
crack
oats
at it as it
going.
will.
Thank you, Gruda.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy Max.
Max, you're a goat for that one.
Oh, is that Crimson 201?
That's Crimson, but Maximilian
Oh,
Sterling.
Maximilian Sterling.
And they subbed to us for 6
didn't even
months,
see that.
actually.
That is indeed our baby boy.
Wow,
Wow.
that is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Alright, check this out.
There you go.
There it
Oh,
is.
that ASMR.
The goosebumps are going crazy.
Delicious.
Oh.
Anyway.
So Mina is going to stare into the fire for a second before responding. This is gonna be like, it's been interesting. It's my first real adventure since I left home. Not really sure how I ended up here, but I'm just trying to go with the flow, hoping stars guide me on a better path.
Hmm. I understand. You do what you can. I think it's glossed over a little too much, but you're far too young to be seeing the amount of violence that you've been seeing. But on that, I can relate. I grew up in harsh conditions myself. Years pass, and violence does this interesting thing to you, especially at your age. It takes things from you, and you grow up and don't even realize it's been taken so much. But when I was your age, I had someone I could rely on. On my ship, I had an aunt of sorts. She watched over me. Really helped me through some hard times when I saw things I shouldn't have been seeing. And I hope you can see me the same way.
I see all of you like that. You guys
As an
are my
aunt?
friends. To be honest, even though my family sheltered me, the Feywild isn't exactly the most peaceful of places. Um, and I love to help people, so I'm not completely adverse to at least the after effects of violence, but this is my first time seeing it in person, seeing it done. It's
Oh, my.
been interesting.
Interesting would be the word. I, I'll tell you one thing. I never forgot the first time I saw someone take a sword to a place it shouldn't have taken a sword. It was something I'll never forget. That's why I bring it up. Changes a person.
I I don't know how to say this, but I almost feel like I've kind of become numb to it after dying and everything. It kind of changes your perspective on it, you know?
He takes a sip of his whiskey and just kind of looks out at the woods, and he just kind of goes, "That's certainly not for the better. That's that taken I was telling you about."
Mina's gonna be quiet for another second. But so far it hasn't all been bad. I really love this group. It seems like we have an interesting adventure on our hands, and that's the whole reason I set out, was for adventure.
Hmm. Well, that much I can respect. It was one thing my captain would always tell me. You hardly need to trust the food you're eating or the board you stand upon, but if you're in treacherous waters, you need to trust the crew that you walk with. And we've got a good one here, I'll say that much.
Can I tell you something, Audrin? I haven't told anyone else before.
You certainly can.
You're good with stars, right? You have some experience sailing, so do you know how to read a star map?
I certainly can. Can navigate like the best of them.
At this, Mina is going to reach up to the top of her staff where this crystalline orb is floating and has just been gently spinning around. Before I left my family, I may have stolen this from the family treasury. I was hoping for some grand adventure, but it kind of brought me a world of problems. I hate to admit to stealing, but it is the truth. But do you
I,
perhaps recognize the stars on here? And she's gonna hand it over.
He'll take it, and can I roll perception on this to see, or like any roll that you find appropriate here to see what I can glean to him?
Yes, and Mina, can you explain again what this orb does?
So it's just a star map.
Yeah, it's a star map within the orb, right?
Within the orb. It's like almost like, have you seen the glass etchings that they
Yeah.
sell at like malls and whatnot?
Yeah, I love those
It
fucking
almost
things.
looks like that.
Okay, Audrin, either roll perception on it to discern the details within and see if it seems familiar to you. You can roll history on it to see if you know anything about the object itself. You can even roll survival to see if you can see any semblance of navigating this thing.
I'll roll perception since that seems to be my best odds. We'll take it.
Okay.
Do I glean anything from this? Recognize
So,
anything?
with a 21, star maps are something that this isn't unfamiliar to you, especially being on the seas as often as you. Navigating by star is something you're familiar with, and it's something actually you've grown quite accustomed to and good at throughout the years. And as you take this and turn it in your hands and look at it, it's fascinating. There's so many different little specks and sheens and colors as you begin to turn this orb around in your hand. It almost feels like you're holding a piece of the night sky itself. As you take it and as you begin to turn it, you do see traces and flecks of patterns, and it's interesting to look at because they don't look like constellations you've ever specifically pointed out to yourself or taken great note of before. But as you begin to turn it, it's almost like every time you turn it, it takes a different shape. And as you keep turning it around, trying to take in the details, eventually you find a position where the whole shape itself isn't familiar to you, but there's a couple flecks towards the bottom left portion of the orb, indicating some of the brighter stars that look a little familiar, almost as if they're just bordering an area in Emerus that you've been to before.
He'll convey as much and say, listen, this is more peculiar than I'm used to, but I recognize this bit at least. And he describes the area in Emerus that he's traversed and seen before. And
you would know that it's bordering the edge of the grasp.
Okay, we'll let her know.
Mina perks up at this significantly. Wait, really? That's actually really amazing. No one in my family has ever figured out where this leads to exactly. It's one of those things where you kind of need to be in the right position for everything to align just perfectly.
I can tell as much. Looks like a lot of that there is constellations I've never seen before, which is an oddity, to say the least. But I'm happy to be as help as I can.
Happy to know it's at least somewhere in Emerus. My family's been looking through the Feywild for something connected to this, but I thought it wasn't in the Feywild. I'm happy to have been proven true. It's really amazing.
Well, the serendipity of it all for us to be heading there right now. But from what I hear, the Grasp has some ties to the Feywild, to some extent or another. Haven't gone too deep in there before.
It's almost scary. It feels like this whole adventure we're being led along with bits of breadcrumbs and a bit of string. I don't really know what to make of any of it.
Hard not to see large hands making a bit of a plan for us, if you're catching my meaning. But one way or another, we'll find out what's going on here. The way I see it, there's never any good stories told without quite a bit of trouble on the way.
That is very true. I've never read any decent fairy tale, and Mina chuckles a little bit at her joke, that didn't have at least some hardship before coming to the final conclusion.
He's gonna... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just hoping that the worst of it is behind us.
And he's gonna raise his cup to her, and he's gonna say, "Oh, stick with me, more trouble will be found."
Mina laughs a little bit as she'll clink her little thimble of liquor and have a drink, and then maybe it's time we be heading off to bed. We've been up for quite some time. I think it's time for the next group to take over.
Aye, I'm with you. And then he heads back to his tent and tries very hard not to wake numbers.
I got so scared because I saw one of the dice just off in the woods, and it has like a number glowing on it.
Yeah, I see it.
And I was like, oh no, there's a monster right there, and none of us noticed. We're all going to die.
You rolled a 26.
I don't even fucking see the... Oh, I see it. There it is. Yeah, it's just sitting there.
And it's a 6, too. Just need 3 more of those, and it's the beast.
The beast! Beware the beast!
Beware
Alvara,
the beast.
are you taking the last watch?
Yep.
Yeah, I will wake Alvara before... Or make sure Alvara's awake before...
She's trans, yeah. She'll probably just get up after 4 hours and start to do her own thing. And then head out when you two retire for the night.
Okay, Alvara. Can you roll perception for me?
Yep.
I heard it. I don't see it. Oh.
Definitely burning the inspo on that one. Better. 15.
Okay.
You know what? 15 is good enough.
Good
What is
enough.
with the natural ones tonight, guys?
I don't know.
I know, it's not been hot rolls.
Alvara.
The dice were too generous to us last time. For the
Yeah,
punishments
really.
now.
There was a lot of natural 20s last time. Alvara. You sit and take your place by the fire, and as it begins to dull down a little bit, you continue to tender its flame, seeing the nearby snowfall begin to come to a halt in these early hours. As you take your place and look out into the woods around, there isn't really much to tell around you. Though eventually your eyes land on one tree, not too far away, maybe about 60 feet away, as you see a small, delicate shape sitting beneath it. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on! Where? Ah! There. You see, in the tree line, sitting there, with two large, glowing, yellow eyes, the visage of a small little black cat sitting there, making direct eye contact with you.
What's her name?
I'm approaching.
Okay. Do you see the cat?
Let's take a look. Can you like do that? Can you like ping a dome for me and I can? Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
Right here?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, Quinton!
Quentin Sparrows!
Take a potion! Oh, I gotta take 3
Oh,
during
no.
break? Can I double it and
my-
pass it to the
I
next
will
person?
volunteer.
Yeah, I
for one
volunteer
of
as
those.
well. I'm in.
Okay, because I'm already taking 2 on break. Thank you, Quimtome. Now I get to punish the others with it.
We love you, Quimtom.
We love you for this,
Cheers.
Quimtome. So, the cat remains sitting underneath the tree that it has taken place in as you approach, and as you get closer, its eyes narrow to you, and it stares up at you, making direct eye contact, not moving, not blinking.
I think Alvara's first thought would be that this is a familiar of some kind. So she's gonna say,
Thank you,
I
Quimtome.
have a general sense of who you are. Does the cat react?
As this happens, the eyes do blink, and as they reopen, you almost feel this pressure within your head as a voice emerges. And you hear deep within your thoughts a familiar voice. Well, well, what a peculiar situation we find ourselves in. Your soul returns to this plane once more, surrounded by companions that share your stench of undeath. What have you been doing, my trinket?
I've been trying to sort of figure out what exactly happened to us and how to perhaps stay here. And I'm gonna show the fingers of rotting to the cat.
Oh, the cat.
My rotting fingers, yeah.
The cat's eyes do kind of
Right.
glance downwards towards your fingers, taking note of the decaying tips of your skin. But the eyes once again return straight to you, wide and unmoving. Interesting, interesting. You know what my favorite thing is about lovely trinkets? They're so wonderful and new, shiny and full of promise, almost delectable enough to eat up. But you've become tarnished. Foul tarnished.
As fascinating as this discourse is, do you have anything to actually task me with, or anything I can do, or am I still to be left to my own devices in navigating this mysterious world?
Oh, that's just the thing, my dear. The thing about trinkets is they sit and gather dust on a shelf, your potential itself turning into rust. You're fun for the moment, but in the end have been incredibly disappointing. And as the pressure in your head grows deeper at this, the voice almost becoming like a loud echo, as the eyes just pierce straight deeper into you. Yeah, Elden Ring reference.
Yeah, she'll grasp her head at this.
Promises are nothing more than delicate spider webs on the lips, my dear. Fragile, easily broken, and full of holes. What use do I have for you, for my power?
She's grunting through the pain a little bit, but she'll, after a brief pause to do so, articulate a sentence and just say, I can't answer that. But you know fully well what I'm capable of, more than perhaps anyone on this entire realm.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you've grown stale. If you wish to continue, I can trade you my secrets for yours in return. You have something of great interest in your grasp. Therefore, I'm willing to spare you time on the shelf for a little longer, my dear. I now seek something that has become precious to you. Give me one of the 5 others traveling alongside you, and we can continue our little arrangement. Their taste should prove quite interesting.
You'll have me betray my traveling companions. And how am I supposed to do that without succumbing to the rest of them? Even if I were to entertain such an idea.
Details are not my problem in this situation, my dear. You're smart enough, and your betrayal will taste ever so greater in the end. Do this, and I'll spare you a little longer. Fail
And
me.
if I refuse...
Fail me, and you won't live to see a 3rd dawn.
Ooh.
Okay. Vora's not gonna say anything after that.
Is this what's her name, or is this someone personally connected to you?
I know who it is. It's somebody. It's not who you think it is.
Oh, it's not.
I know.
why
I
am
think I
blanking
know,
on her
but I
name?
won't say anything.
It's not Arania.
Nope.
Arania. Yeah.
Arania doesn't sound like that.
This is something
Out of
else.
character, I know who that is. I
Alright.
think.
Don't say anything.
I will not. I would never.
With this, the cat just continues to stare at you a moment longer, the pressure still swirling around it within your temples. Before the cat eventually picks itself up on all 4s and turns and disappears once more into the woods. And as the cat begins to walk away, you'll hear the faint echoings of the voice as the cat begins to get further and further, and you hear, "You're running out of time, my dear. Make it soon."
You. She's gonna say under her breath.
I didn't catch that. What was that, Alvaro?
She said fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Well, she didn't specify what type of traveling companion you had to betray. You could just give her one of the horses, and it should be fine.
Numbers is just ready to take out a horse.
One of the 5. She said one of the 5. So presumably that
Yeah,
meant
one of the
She
5.
didn't say one of what
horses.
5?
one of the main cats. No supporting
Never specified.
or killing Adeline. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You know the implication to be one of the 5 people you've grown closer to in the near time.
Can imagine.
Wait, does that
well,
include
technically
me?
one of them
She only
already
knows me
left.
for like 2 days.
That includes you.
Damn it!
Technically, one of them has already left.
We all know Audred has a horse.
Hey, whoa, only where it counts.
Oh, whoa!
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
All right.
Okay.
I'm chock full of them tonight.
Is there anything else you'd like to do during your watch, Alvara?
Oh, no fucking way. She's just gonna sit tight.
Okay. And as the next morning rises and you all begin to awaken, we're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Oh,
Yeah.
Snack break,
Break.
pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, now's the time to do it.
What if I want to
Ketamine
conquer
break.
France?
No,
kidding.
not that one.
What about conquering France? You didn't say that was on.
You could do that one. You could do that one.
All right, be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, to
All
conquer
right,
France.
baby.
I'm coming with you.
10 minutes, guys.
Paris, here we come.
there and back again.
A little bit of fent.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. While this is happening, I just saw Numbers' picture in the fucking media tab.
Oh.
Me when the I'm gonna rearrange the map here to get rid of the campsite. Is that cool now that we're resuming the day?
Travel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rearrange you guys back into traveling position.
Can you briefly establish where along the route we are?
So this is just a day ahead. So what has happened is in the time that you weren't here, they literally just took a short rest, collected a hagstone off of the corpses of the
Oh yeah, did we lose
red
them?
caps. Yeah, all they had was a single hagstone.
Okay.
And you
When was that
guys are now, you got ahead for the day, and now you have days of travel left.
What does the hagstone do?
A hagstone in 5e is like a way for hags to keep tabs on people. It's like a little like watching eye thing.
So why would we keep it?
Oh. Alvara has it now.
That's not good. She's like hag adjacent.
Hag adjacent.
And when did she shift into suit mode?
Into what mode?
Summer clothes.
She's been in summer.
Really? I thought she was blue.
Oh, Alvara's been summer ever since like you guys were in Nothholm.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got it backwards.
Oh, that's all good. For democracy. I don't think that's an odd ship. I get why a lot of people, like, lean that way. I give myself, actually, oh, I forgot I have 2 potions! I'll be right back. I gotta go pour those.
How's it going, chat? Tired? Yeah, you said it, Closing. Today was a day. I like turns of phrase that just reiterate turns of phrase. Today was a day. Like, do you know what I mean by that? I was at work and I was like,
Hey-o.
how's it going? And the
How's
person
it going?
responded, I'm here.
I'm also here.
Oh, I was telling a story to chat.
Ah, gotcha.
Happy birthday, by the way, Gons.
Thank you, thank you.
Can we get HBDs in the chat?
HBD. Thank you, Gruda. Thank you, Quentin. Oh, a lot of ASMR.
I have my
Thank
last
you.
black currant and blueberry mead
Oh,
in a can.
hello.
And I'm back. Hello.
Like,
Hey-o.
Oh, God.
I'm wondering if I should tell people what I picked on the table.
I myself am interested to
Revivify.
hear.
It's not something I could use, but it is something interesting,
Why
nonetheless.
did you pick it then?
It fit the theme.
Do you
I'll
mean in
say.
like the literal sense that you can't use it? Like
I
you're
literally
unable to
cannot
cast
use it. I do
I'm back with
not
potions.
have what it takes to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Amazing.
So polls in the chat. Who wants to guess on who that was? Who Alvara was talking to?
I know.
You don't get anything if you guess right, but except I'll give you a little smooch on the forehead.
It was a cat.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, it was me. It was Quimtum.
Yep.
Whoa! Patron.
Quentin, you're quite rude.
Quentin let go one of them all.
You're quite rude to tell Alvar to kill someone.
Yeah, that's not nice.
You should have told her to, like, I don't know, have a slice of apple pie and chill out.
Alright, potion time. Cheers, everyone.
Ah, yes, yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
God, we need to get rum again.
Are you drinking scotch?
No, it's fucking vodka. I miss the rum so bad.
No, Quentin, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Quentin. We love you.
He's a murderer.
He's a murderer.
One thing I know, it wasn't a copper dragon invisible behind the party. No, that copper dragon is protecting everyone.
Copper Dragon's looking at the cat just like, move along.
Move along, you little shit.
I will say, I do see the dragons cleaning the tables at the tavern.
You
I
would
see
never,
you.
most of the time, ask someone to slay a friend. I love that. I'll swap over to the main screen for now. Is a level 17 bard canonically? Hell yeah.
I love the idea of a
Ooh.
dragon that has has a bunch of levels in Bard and just spends all its time just like either dancing or singing or doing something like that.
That's a wonderful dragon.
I've done it again.
What happened?
Yes.
Oh, is the counting ruined? No!
I thought it was at 182. It was
Well,
at 187.
Now it's at 1.
Attack.
Oh,
You always gotta
I'm
scroll and
sorry,
make sure it
Gerda.
fully refreshes.
Oh no.
No.
Y'all, I got a fat
Okay.
bowl of cream pie.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
It's one of like the large ones.
You got a fat pie.
Oh yeah, they have the XL size, right?
Yeah, the big oatmeal cream pies are so fucking good. Quentin said, oh, what?
Yeah, big ones are-
An oatmeal
Isn't there, like, the
cream
small
pie.
one?
The oatmeal is
Small one?
very important at the beginning of
The
that.
oatmeal, yeah.
From like grade
Oatmeal
school?
cream pie.
Yeah, you remember those? Like the
Yeah,
little
you get it in
Debbie's?
The little plastic thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Little
my
Debbie,
wow.
little
I
Debbie.
had one of my favorite Little Debbie.
Yeah, Derek went
Yeah.
grocery shopping for us and he said, I'm gonna let them have this one.
That is up there. You know what else is up there
It's
for
true,
me?
I think it is.
Cosmic brownies are pretty good.
I can't stand those nowadays.
Yeah, dude, I love
That's
cosmic
not pretty good.
brownies.
Where's the unsub button, Max? No! I thought I was gonna have to drop 5 subs. Oh my goodness. Who's driving this bus?
The man demands excellence.
Alright, gang. We're just about time to get back to it. Is everyone here?
Yeah.
In spirit, but not in body.
Pursue.
Or something. Is the only one not here, Mina?
Hmm.
It would appear so.
That's okay. We can continue still. Because, I'll tell you what, we already did your D20 rolls for the 6 days of travel. So, we're gonna jump directly into day 5.
Are they just going in order of how whoever rolled?
Yeah, I have them all written down in order.
Cool. I hope we don't die.
Also,
Please
yours,
don't
you
be
sound
on
really
it.
far from your mic. Is everything good?
Yeah, I put it far away because I was chewing, so I didn't want to be like rude.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, you
I'll
sound like
move it
you like went
closer when I
across your
talk.
bedroom.
I'm over here.
Well, over here.
I'm over here.
So, are you all ready?
I love the young people. Yeah, I'm ready.
Traveling time.
What?
Okay. So, Derek?
I'm just going up for the fucking old fish from
I
SpongeBob.
know. So, as the days go by,
In the water, holding it down.
what up, youngsters?
You'll notice Elvara's a little paler than usual, some might say.
Paler than usual.
Paler
I know.
than yellow.
I'm kidding.
She went from orange to like a soft blush.
They're like a pee yellow.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
She's already a pee yellow.
Excuse me?
I'm just kidding.
she's not. She's
Back
sort of like
to-
golden.
That's
I'm
Sanda.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's like when it looks like you know when the leaves start to turn in autumn and like you know that yellowy color.
Yeah. She looks like
That's
that
what I
one
pi-
tree that
that's-
like is across the street from us.
Yeah, the one that's just all orange, red, and yellow, which is a compliment, Elvira. But that's how I picture like how
She's
she would look.
technically summer formed, but
Look
I
at
didn't
this.
like
It looks
the
fall.
hair.
Look at the numbers horse abomination.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Hell yeah!
Numbers! Numbers, what happened to you?
What is going on? Numbers!
The horse is. What is the horse doing to you, Numbers?
Nothing good. So,
A
the
horse
next
skin.
few days of travel are easy enough for you all to follow. You have Numbers navigating ahead with a map in hand and a little side path marked up, which you know is coming in the next day ahead. As a few days pass, there's conversation around campfires and progression forwards through your caravan. Eventually, as you reach day 5 and Numbers leading the charge, Numbers, you know that this is around the day where you're going to need to make a decision whether you go forward to the path that's written on the map, or it'll take you an extra day, but it's safer, or you take that side path that was marked out for you, but you know will cut off a day of travel.
With the boss fight, yeah. What do we think?
The boss fight.
Hey, there could be one either way, you don't know.
Should we take that path?
Could be a bracken.
I think we should take that path. Cut the time off.
I think it would be fun. Just like out of character, I think it would be fun to take like the dangerous path.
Like a boat's
Out
a
of
boat,
character,
but the
I
mystery
do
box
agree.
could be anything.
It might be totally normal.
You guys
If we're
have
being
no
honest.
idea what's coming.
DM could just be trying to spook us. Like it could just be like, you save an extra day at the end.
I say we roll the dice and do it.
Yeah, below
I
a
agree.
10, we take the normal path. Above a 10, we take the shortcut.
Yeah.
All right, who's
I
rolling?
say we take the
Numbers.
short-
I think Numbers should do
personally.
the honor.
I
The
say we
honors.
just take the
I don't
shortcut.
even know why you
are
guys
we
should
even
roll for
rolling
it. It sounds
for
like everyone wants
Yeah.
to take the shortcut.
Yeah, it's true.
I
All
know.
right, let's put it to a vote. All in favor of the shortcut, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That was
Aye.
4.
Let's go.
I will take the
Mina,
shortcut
let's just
as well.
yeah, let's just
Okay,
go.
so that's 5 out of 6 that want to do the shortcut.
We're about to have us roll for
Laura's
our
like, you're all
lives here.
fucking idiots.
I'm gonna say I didn't warn you.
So, I mean, it's up to you guys in the end. So, as you all
Onwards
travel
to our
forward,
death.
Numbers, you eventually steer the caravan off of the trodden road ahead and off down a little side path. It does have some footway towards it, but much, much less. And you'll notice that the snowfall has become quite dense along these parts. Icy Wyvern, thank you so much for the follow. As you continue and pull the caravan forward, the pathway begins to narrow as the rocky crags around, as you're getting now into more of a little bit of a cliffy hillside. And it takes you down further and further down. I need you all to roll perception for me, as about a couple hours pass down this pathway.
For the love of God, I
This
better
should be
get a
good
decent
for
roll
me.
once in this entire session.
18.
That won't happen. Don't worry.
Yep,
19.
I'm still good with that.
That's an 8.
You and Homie rolled the same.
It's a
Should I
16.
use my inspo? Nah, I want to save
Nah.
it.
We all
that's
rolled
fine.
pretty hot.
In case we get in a fight. I need that.
As long as some of us rolled decently, we'll be okay. And I hit a 19, so.
Okay. So, you continue down this ever-growing narrow path. And as you do, you notice the sounds of the forest around you begin to grow a little more quiet. You don't hear nearly as much wildlife around. In fact, let me change the atmosphere here. Atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
Oh, this was a great fucking decision, everyone.
And as you're traveling through, you notice the trees also become more and more sparse as that packed boreal forest begins to clear out into an opening. The rocky side to your left, as you continue down this sheer pathway, rising and rising ahead as you steep further down into this hill.
It's like we're pioneers on the Oregon Trail going on the
Pioneers
side.
used to drive these babies for miles.
Is the
Oh,
road
I'm
that
sorry,
we're on?
you made a Gravity Falls reference.
That was SpongeBob, I thought.
That was SpongeBob.
Oh, that was SpongeBob. There was a similar joke in Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls is a good show, but
Phenomenal
anyway,
show.
so does the road narrow here, or is it like still like? You said like a cliffside, right? Are we like on a narrow cliff, like
You
high
Why
up?
are you looking to push someone off it, Alvaro?
You
I don't
are a
know,
little
but
bit
what-
on like a narrow cliffside. You can see where it's gonna land until just like regular ground beneath you, but you're just kind of clearing down a hillside right now.
Okay.
How high up are we?
Not too terribly high up, but decent enough. It's like it's a I will say it's a nice average sized hill.
Okay. I don't
Not
like the way
big
you
enough to
said
be
that.
considered a mountain, but it's a
mountain.
decent sized hill.
Does there look like it's gonna become big enough to be considered a mountain up ahead?
With the 16 and a 19. Numbers and Audrin.
Mm-hmm.
You all are traveling ahead, and as you do, and again, the sounds of the forest and the wildlife around begin to grow more and more quiet as you make your way out of the more densely packed boreal forest. The wind picks up around all of you, kicking up bits of snow that has fallen onto the ground throughout the travels.
Can I whisper
And-
to Audrey something?
Sure, just one second. And as you both are keeping a close eye out, everyone on their highest guard, making sure the horses make their way safely down, and nothing goes awry with the caravan. Audrin and Alvara, you notice in a little bit of a clearing, where there's still just a few trees left, you see a large, slightly snow-covered lump in the distance.
That ain't good.
He's gonna call this out, Tevin.
Yeah, stop the horses really quickly. I'll say the numbers.
Okay, do you guys bring the caravan to a halt?
Suppose so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna move it because you guys are like way more ahead than I realized. So it's gonna be more like back here.
What do you guys see?
A lump.
As you point this out and everyone begins to turn their attention to it, you notice you see patches of dark brown tawny fur sticking out from beneath it. It's unmoving and still. And if you look even closer, you'll still see splats of red intermixing with the snow beneath it.
Oh,
Must be ketchup.
Was there a fight?
Why is everyone backing up?
I'm moving everyone to where the cart should really be positioned.
Oh.
we're letting you
looks
go
like-
ahead.
Yeah.
Numbers just like,
Yeah,
"Alright,
Numbers
guys,
is just
close
by
ranks."
himself.
What? Huh?
Go check it out. Tell us what you find.
I volunteer Numbers.
Go poke
Numbers
it.
turns around and everyone, including the horses and the cart, have just backed up without him.
May I roll a survival check to sort of like try and assess what the hell it is and why
Yeah,
it looks
can we
Anyone
like
has
that?
an option of
nature?
rolling nature, perception, or survival.
Let's
Now,
go.
I'm not really sure about the rest of you, but I'm not really too keen on exploring unknown mounds in the snow.
Yeah, Mina!
Let's look a little closer.
Mina with the
shall
+7!
we? Ugh, not rolling anything tonight.
I'll roll perception.
Numbers
It's
with
above
a
a 10.
goddamn 25.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
25 and a 26
What?
and a 20!
Alvaro with
Blast-
a
And we got
flaccid
some
20.
Blast-
blasts
20 in the chat.
Flaccid
chat.
20s,
Yeah,
everyone in the
please.
chat. Okay. So. as you all kind of begin to inspect this shape a little more closely, Mina and let's see, Numbers. Mina and Numbers, you both rolled survival at over 20. So it's easy enough to assess. You see some scrapings of the snow around you, bits of rock kicked up in dirt, almost like marring in the earth. As you look around, you do see that whatever this is, has come to a sudden and impactful slide and has just been resting here in the snow. Mina specifically and Alvara, as you look closer, you would see that this is a corpse of a mammoth with a massive gash taken out of its side.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's a big
Guys.
creature.
Something managed to take down a mammoth. I don't know what, but those things are not easy to take down, from my understanding.
Hmm.
They're fucking huge.
Keep your wits
How-
Huge, god dang it.
how recently dead is this thing?
Would we be able to tell?
From
Are they
this angle, you'll
alive?
see
Why
it
not?
looks fairly fresh.
Oh,
Like
Covered in
within
snow.
a day. Almost
Any
even
tracks
within
around
hours.
here?
You have a question. Kind of looking over to Mina. It's cold out here. Should we I guess make a blanket is what I'm saying.
We could
We
fashion some fur
have
coats out of them.
blankets. Oh,
But a warm mammoth blanket.
I
I don't think we should stick around here for any longer than we need to.
I tend to agree with Audrin. I also don't usually use animals for stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh. I know that was a Gonzo sad okay, not a Humi sad okay.
I don't. I add a character. I think that might be the move, though. Like,
I mean,
That
it
would
was gonna
take
be really
hours to properly do, and we don't
Assuming we
have.
could-
whatever was here before has likely moved on.
Alvara?
That's
I'm not entirely opposed.
Alvara,
Yeah.
Numbers, and Mina. As you all are kind of assessing this mammoth corpse, trying to decide where to go from here, what to do, softly in the distance, you do hear, as you're paying a little more attention, you hear a...
Well, so much for moving on.
A what?
As I think whatever was here might still be around. I hear something in the distance.
We should lay low and move on as fast as we can. As quietly
We
as we
should
can.
not stay any longer than we can. And
should we roll stealth?
at that, I want to cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh!
Yeah.
ooh.
I just need to check if I can cast it on the whole group.
And the
I
horse
don't remember how many creatures can do that. Let me see.
and the cart.
It's a +10 to your stealth, though, right?
Do we really want to go ahead? Like, we might lose time turning around, but it might be better than facing whatever this is.
It doesn't.
Each creature you
Specify-
choose within 30 feet, including you, has a +10 bonus to to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Cool.
Okay. Well, then
Let's
I'll take
roll
care
it.
of the rest. I'll cast non-detection on the wagon.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
that's
So,
fucking awesome.
This will include the horses. Okay. If you wish to progress forward, I would say this is going to be a group stealth check, so it's going to be the average of the group, and I'm just going to warn you now, this is a high check.
Okay.
Proceed
Okay.
as you will.
Is anyone wearing reminder to use your inspo if you
Numbers,
have it?
you have disadvantage to stealth. Keep in
That's what I was
mind.
gonna ask. Is anyone
But he
wearing
still
heavy?
gets to add the +10, right?
He does, but he'll just have
And-
disadvantage.
I will
Okay.
also cast guidance on Numbers specifically.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
I'm using my inspiration.
Also,
I guess-
for non-detection, the duration, you hide a target that you touch from divination magic. The target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no
35.
larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Target can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Okay.
Wait, is
Specifically.
someone rolling for the group?
No,
Or are
this
we
is
all
gonna,
in
I'm
one?
gonna
No,
take
we're
the
all
average of the
rolling.
group.
Taking the average.
Oh,
And then
Uh,
we're adding
23.
10 to this.
And you add 10
Yeah.
to whatever your result is.
Whatever you
But
roll.
Oh,
like I
the
said, this is
average.
no. Each person adds a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So 28 or
Oh, Jesus.
So your
16.
stealth is a 16.
I'm gonna use my inspo on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me know
Can
what
I
the number
use my
19
inspo?
Stealth
is
is a
not bad.
19.
That's
19 is
better.
what I got, so it's
Yeah,
better.
we have 3 19s, a 35, a
Aldrin got a
26,
35.
and a 23.
And I didn't
Let
roll
me add
well,
them
so
up.
just
Yeah,
And
26.
then I need to roll for the
35.
horses.
Oh yeah.
319. All right, so that's gonna be 138 divided by 6 is gonna be a 23 average for us, and then the
that's
horses are
probably
their
not
own thing.
enough.
It's probably, I would say the check's probably a 25. That's my
It could
guess.
be if it's high. It could be a 20.
I
though.
mean, I could do one more thing.
All right, I need just a second, please. I need just each number individually so I can pay attention.
Sure.
I'm gonna just go down the line. Audrin,
35.
Alvara,
19.
Aurora,
19.
Umi,
23.
Mina,
26.
and numbers.
19.
And then I need to do Adelaine and the horses. Here's Adelaine.
God, please let her roll high.
Okay,
You're
not
doing
bad,
it on
not bad,
screen?
not bad.
What'd she get? What'd she get?
Got a 28 total.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that before or
Okay.
after the?
And now the horses.
She probably rolled an 18.
Ooh.
They're
Ooh.
horses, you know. So it's...
Okay. Oh.
This is a bit of a crapshoot.
Okay. So in total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 things.
add them all up.
And then the average of which. Okay.
What'd we get?
You want me to tell you, or should I keep it a secret?
Tell us.
Tell us
Tell
the
us
average.
what-
Out
tell
of
us the
character, I would like to
average.
know what the average
Your
is.
group
Yeah.
average.
Oh boy.
The horses did not do good, guys. Adeline did good.
No.
Your average was a 21.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
actually not
If
bad.
the check is 20,
That's
we're
good.
fine. If,
That's
if
good.
the check is 25,
I know
we're
that
fucked.
check is
Yeah.
25. I just know it, dude.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I just have a feeling in my
It-
gut.
It's one of those gut things. The checks would be like
Guys,
the checks would be a 23.
Ah.
I feel.
Yeah, the checks would be a 23, what we would have had, yeah.
A nice solid 23.
Yeah.
Let's butcher these horses once we're done.
So,
Oh, damn.
you quietly and carefully begin moving your caravan through this little rocky pass ahead, hearing these soft sounds in the distance. And as you begin to slowly and quietly crawl forward, keeping the wagon and the horses as still as possible, everything seems to be progressing all right. You guys make it a decent way forwards. And eventually, Mina, Alvara, and Audrin, you no longer hear that gentle... because it just quiets in the distance and comes to a complete halt.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
And as you begin to make your way forward, 10 minutes pass. 15 minutes pass from where that mammoth corpse was seen. Before eventually,
I knew it was a 25.
up ahead,
Fucking
Come
knew it.
on, dude.
Wait.
It might not. It's not final yet.
emerging deep from within the earth, gorging out in the center, erupting as a bit of rock and ice fly forwards, you see a large, hulking creature. It is all sorts of shades of deep blues and blacks. It has bits of ice dripping from its maw. It has 6 legs with deep claws and a long tail. There's bits
I
of
know what the
slag
fuck
and
this
ice dripping from its maw as it looks you all with a...
And it was a 25, wasn't it?
It was a 25.
Very hard check, yeah.
I thought, I didn't think it would be bad because you guys are level 7. But ahead
some
of
of us
you,
just rolled like shit.
seemingly to have been tracking you, keeping
25,
note of your movement, emerges a frost salamander.
Oh,
Oh.
And I put what
Nice.
that looks like in the Discord.
I don't want it.
Is it under NPCs?
Yes.
I don't
Under
want
OOC,
it.
actually.
Oh, my bad.
OOC.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Let's
I
take a
don't
look at
want-
OOC.
I'm sure
Ugh.
this will go well. I'm sure we can kill this.
It's a friend.
I
It's
need
a
everyone
friend.
to
Okay.
roll initiative.
God damn it.
So
Oh,
much
that's right. I always
Feature.
forget that I
As
get
I set
advantage
up
on
the
initiative.
You're
Oh
just-
wait. Whatever that is, I need to add things to it.
Or let's
I'm
see.
at 10.
This thing's gonna kill our horses.
It's either a 16 or
Kill
okay,
more
so that's a
hours.
16 for me.
8. Unfortunately.
Yeah, things. I'm gonna fucking kill the horses. They ruined this for us.
I know they kind of fucked us, but
Yeah, we
can
didn't
I
make
roll well on anything?
You did really good on your stealth. It was a 35.
I rolled a 14 on that. It was mediocre.
14.
Who's got fire stuff? That's
Oh.
I'm just thinking like Pokemon. Like it's ice, fire good.
Well, I have
Fire
an
attack
idea.
good if ice.
All right, I gotta do a little pen and paper magic. I got
Magic,
my
we
little
love
a little pen and paper magic, if you will, and then I also got I've got to put everything in the actual initiative order here. This is exciting.
I know.
Yeah, this was
I'm
the
excited,
only
but
other
I'm also
encounter
so
you guys
scared.
rolled on the list, and I was really curious to see how it played out. Okay.
God forbid it just be a couple of gnome freaks. It
What's
had
it
to be
called,
a
an ice
gigantic.
You guys
Salamander?
got it's a frost salamander.
I've never
I-
even heard of that. That's
So you guys
interesting.
got gnome freaks and big fucking lizard.
Honestly, I have a better feeling about fighting
Let me roll
this
its
thing
initiative.
versus fighting a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I like 1 versus 6, but they can be devastating sometimes.
Can be.
Okay, so I have its initiative. 25 to 20. Oh,
It's going great.
okay. 15 to 20.
16.
16.
Numbers got a
What's-
17?
Right.
What's your dex, Mina?
2.
I have a
two.
3.
So Aurora. Mina. 15 to 10.
Me. And Audrin.
You know, this
Yeah,
thing's probably
14.
strong as fuck too. I'm not.
Oh
looking
yeah.
forward to
Audrin,
this.
what'd you get?
14.
Humi, what'd you get?
10. I think we can take it.
We're gonna have to now.
Okay, 10 to 5.
8.
Okay. And is that everyone?
Yeah.
Except for Adelaine. I don't know if you rolled for her.
It's clearly going to be triple digit HP. I'm just wondering if it's like triple digits starting with a 1, a 2, a 3. I'm
I'm
like,
thinking
what-
it's quadruple
Won't be a-
digit actually.
Won't be a 3. No.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
make the
it's
I'm
initiative
gonna
just
really
guess
quick.
200 something is its HP. That's my guess.
That's probably accurate.
I'm hoping it's above 1 million.
1
Oh.
million? Okay, let me
That'd be
just
fun.
apply the initiative order really quick.
Red cap number 3, get out of here!
Yeah, he's still fucking in there. Get out of here, man.
Is he
This
fighting with us?
motherfucker.
You're killing the
He
vibe. He just reappears
just-
like.
But he's on our side this time, right?
That means he's on our side.
Yeah, can we have him on our side?
As long as he stays away from my posterior. He does not have my back. I know it for a fact.
Let me just also get. That's not. None of those buttons are correct. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. The turn order is set. Numbers. This hulking creature just dripping slag and ice from its maw, rearing its head down towards you guys, just erupts out of the ground. What are you doing?
I'm so glad I get to go first. Because is everyone on their horses or like how are we traveling right now?
I don't-
Audra's just
I'm in the
petting her, so
wagon.
just-
I think I was just standing.
Aurora was walking because she's fast paced.
Alright.
Mina
I
was sitting. Oh, sorry.
I address the group. Everyone on the horses and running, no one strike this thing. And then I cast Calm Emotions on the creature.
How far away do you have to be?
60 feet, so I'm going to get closer.
There goes my hero.
Watch as he goes.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
That's
Sweet.
perfect.
That was right on the money, man.
Yeah.
Calm emotions. Quote: You can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. E.g. us. And then it ends if it's attacked. Everybody run.
Okay, so here's the thing with calm emotions. Each humanoid, the spell specifies.
No, that's the top part of the spell, but on the bottom you will note it says alternatively you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice. So alternatively to that you can make
Oh, I see.
a
So it has to
target.
make a charisma saving throw?
I suppose.
I
Okay.
hope
Or-
it's not
Actually, it
charismatic.
doesn't. I don't think it does have to do that for
It
the.
does indeed have to make a saving throw. It doesn't just work.
But that
That's
wording
if
is
it
only
fails
in
its
the
saving throw.
top part.
Yeah, but
That's-
that implies that
Oh,
there's a
I
saving throw
see.
to be
Choose
made.
one of the following two effects. I see. Okay, I see.
This is gonna be the fucking snake woman fight all over again.
It only lasts a minute too, which is the other concerning thing.
Shut up.
Which means we gotta book it if it works.
All that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the DC?
14.
Okay. Let me just add this really quick. Well, its charisma is dookie, but it got a 17.
Ah!
Oh. Well,
Well.
get ready, guys. It's a fight.
We
That
can't
is a
go
smart
under
move,
it.
though.
We can't go over it. Oh no!
You gotta go through it.
Okay, I turn back to the party and I say, it didn't work. Let's fight. End of my turn.
Okay, Aurora, it's your turn.
It's like Patrick Star when he's like,
How
listen to me."
far can
No,
I get
that's all
with
I can do.
45 feet of movement?
45 feet if you use the ruler. Let's see, 45 would be 8 tiles, correct? Or is that 9 tiles?
I thought
It's
8
9.
tiles
It's
was...
9 tiles. It's 9 tiles. Because 8
Hold
would
it.
be 40 feet. So you could get here. If you dashed, it would be double that.
I'm not doing that
If
yet.
you Mario
I'm gonna
Kart double dashed.
I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna rage.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Mina,
Okay.
it's time to party.
It is time to party. Not quite sure exactly what to expect from this. Mina does not want to go all in right at the beginning. Can I also say, because Mina would have been riding on like one of these horses, can I say I start here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. Mina is going to fly forward a little bit and cast her starry form, or take her starry form using her bonus action.
Magic missile.
Taking the form of the chalice this time for healing.
Okay.
And then Mina is going to cast spike growth centered around the creature.
Spike growth.
Let me just bring up what spike growth does.
Alright, I see it's a concentration up to 10 minutes. 20-foot radius centered on a point. It becomes difficult terrain when the creature moves into or within the area. It takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Yeah.
And it can make a wisdom save to recognize the area as dangerous before entering it. But it's already going to be in it, I assume.
Yes.
So
Going
let's
to be
see.
in the center of it.
It is a 20-foot radius, so that is 4 tiles? And then I'm
Yeah.
going to lock it, and then... What color do you want it to be? What color?
Green.
Green. Well,
Also,
I didn't
is that
place
really-
that very well. I'm gonna try again.
You might have to move the creature out of the way first, because it's also on the ground, not at the creature's level.
It's a sphere. Oh, I know, it's 20-foot radius. This is just like a marking to tell where it is. And I will name it... No. There. Okay, that's spike growth. It's party.
And then that will be my turn.
Okay, next up is Adeline. She draws her 2 longswords from her side and goes, "What in the great 9 hills have you dragged me into now?" She's going to move up to here. Audrin.
That's me! Alright. I am going to use a bonus action dash with a cunning action.
Okay.
I should be
Wait,
able
does
to get
that
to him.
mean? Does that mean
if you walk through the spike growth, you also take damage.
Yeah,
So
you
we have
walk
to wait
through
for
it.
this. So we have to wait for this thing to move. If it does.
Alright,
I mean, you can
fine.
take the 2d4 for every 5 feet if you want.
No, I won't. I'll get as close as I can without getting into the spike growth. What the hell? Okay, there we go. And he's going to draw a dagger from his inside his coat, and he's going to throw it at this thing. Throw it, I say!
What are you throwing?
A dagger.
Okay. Make an attack.
Way ahead of ya. It's about the way I expected that to go.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. It clangs off the side of this thing's thick, hardened hide.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, hold on, I'm just making a note here. Okay. Umi! Go get him, champ.
Alright. Well, seeing a giant monster after almost dying to, 6 little guys, Umi is so happy to only see one target. So they're going to move forward. And, yep, 8. Alright, and from here, they are going to cast... Oh, what is it? What is it indeed?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. I'm so sorry. Dissonant whispers!
Yeah, whisper to it! What are you saying?
I'm going to speak into the mind of this creature, deep into the recesses of its subconscious, and scream.
Oh, you're not even
That is
saying it,
all.
you're not even insulting it, you're just going, ah! Ah! Within
Yeah,
its
that's
mind.
it.
So what does it have to do? It has to do a wisdom save?
The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, this thing is also kind of cheeks at wisdom. What's the save?
For a wisdom saving throw, it would be my spell DC, yeah, right?
Yes.
So then...
I'm just gonna tell you now it's a 13. Does that succeed?
It's a 15,
No,
yeah.
he fails.
Alright, then it shall take 3d6 psychic damage, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. So deep into the forest.
Okay. So roll damage.
9.
9 points of damage. So, it will then use its reaction. Hold up. I can't do basic math. I did it. It will use its reaction then to move as far away as its movement allows, which its movement speed is 60.
God damn it.
So, it
Does
is
that
going
mean
to
it
move
dashes
away. It's going to get damaged as it does this. 60.
Does it dash?
No, it doesn't dash, it just moves.
So if it dashes,
And-
it's fucking 120.
So that would be... That's... he's not in the tree. He's not in the tree.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's like a cat. He climbs the tree.
He climbs the tree to get away from whom he's yelling. He also is going to take some spike growth damage. So that was 20 feet? No, that wasn't 20 feet. This radius is 20 feet. So
would
that
be
was
10
10
feet.
feet. So it takes 2d4 for every 5 feet, so that's going to be in total 4d4. Do you want me to roll that, or do you want to roll it?
I can roll that.
Go for it.
It's also difficult terrain, so it does lose, or it does take 20 feet of movement for him.
That's
to get
true, so he would instead take 40. That'd be more like here. He's not in the tree.
Ooh.
12
12
points of
points.
piercing damage.
Excellent. So this thing rears its head and buckles it into itself, shaking its body around in its head as if something is writhing deep within its mind before it goes jolting off into the nearby terrain, getting torn up by the nearby spikes, though just barely leaving a scratch.
Of course.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It is this creature's turn now. And as it shakes its head clear, it turns back around with an angrier deep within it as it begins to charge for... He has to make a wisdom save to see if he knows what the spike growth is, right?
I believe
To see
so.
it? To see if he knows it's dangerous before going into it?
Any
Alright.
creature that can't
He's really
see
fucking bad at this. Hold on. That was a natural 20, actually. Okay.
Oh my god.
Glad
So...
one of us is rolling well.
I guess the creature is aware that this is dangerous. So, with a heavy huff and a tearing speed, it is going to come... No, I shouldn't have said that.
It's going to go.
No, he's not.
Is it climbing down from the tree?
It's
first?
not in the tree!
But I want it.
Is it climbing down?
Can we save it from the tree? Can we make this the pet?
There's a frost salamander.
And we tame the salamander. That would be funny. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty wild.
Boom. Here he is. Here I come.
Here comes the day.
And as he tears forward, rounding about to the side of you all, it's going to, as he does so, take a deep inhale. And unleashing from its gaping maw, the teeth, jagged like ice itself, comes pouring out just a cone of freezing
Ew.
breath in a 60-foot cone.
So that hits.
This is the second time
With
where we get
effects.
the party is gonna get fucked by this. Because remember when the hag did this? When are we gonna learn to stop
Grouping?
formation
Oh wait, that
Oh.
doesn't hit me.
in a
Everyone
cone?
but Audrin and me has to roll, right?
I thought for sure I was about to get fucked because I ran right up to it.
I kind of thought you'd get in that too. Oh well. I said what I said. Everyone within this area, which is literally everyone except for Audrin, I guess, even though I was really trying to get all of you,
Mina's right on the cusp.
needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm still further back too. So
Oh yeah, and Alvara. And the horses don't get hit.
That's good.
That was almost a natural. That was a nat 20 until it hit the tree, but I still take half damage.
I am going to use inspiration. Also, I didn't actually throw a saving throw. I just threw a straight con, I realized.
I'll just add your saving throw stuff to it. Oh,
Well, can I take the throw before then?
yes you can.
Okay, well, we're doing that. So that would be 9 plus 2. So 11.
Guys, we're all
Failure.
gonna die.
Okay, let's just go down the line with this. Mariah?
the M shit failure.
11.
Failure. Failure. Humi? Failure. Mina?
Mina got a 6.
Failure. Numbers?
A 17.
Success.
Nice.
So, you all suffer. Suffer? Give me 1 second.
Oh, you suffer.
Oh, sweet liberty! No!
I'm so
You know,
glad I'm a
familiar.
barbarian right now.
I want to play that more. Like, significantly more.
Helldivers 2, for the reference.
I have to write these all down because I'm stupid. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Is everything good?
Yes.
Do it again.
No, I don't want to. I'm gonna upset the lovelies.
Fuck, I knew it was gonna have something like Cone of
1,
Cold,
2, 3,
dude.
4, 5. Hold on, 3 more.
You know, if I had just stayed back with the horses, I would have been fine.
So that is going to be a crisp.
I don't like any of the noises, the
the
descriptions
word
that you're
I'm
making.
not pulling up a calculator. I don't know what you're talking about. That is going to be,
Texas
for everyone that failed, that is 51 points of cold
What?
damage.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me for those?
So that's
So it's got a dragon's
25.
breath. That's
Those
cool.
that
me.
succeeded, that's 25 points.
Holy fucking
Maybe this
Christ.
is not going to be an easy fight.
Is anyone
Maybe
down?
we get killed.
No, because
Not yet.
I take half damage to everything except psychic. Ignore
I got
this
close.
D20 that I clicked on
got
by accident.
very, very close.
I can get
Holy
as
fucking
close as one can get just before death.
This is going great.
After it unleashes this cone of ice from its maw, you see it take a deep breath as it is looking to
Again?
regain its strength.
Oh,
Amara?
was that legendary
Ow.
action?
All right,
your
here's
I
the
would have been
here's the
down
move.
by that. I only have 50
All right.
hit points.
So this
Good
is
thing
12, right?
Wait,
So
did that hit you? Oh wait, numbers, you succeeded.
Yeah. Can we
Kumi's-
get out of
Kumi's
cone
down.
formation?
No, I'm not. I have
Okay.
1 HP left.
So
One.
that's 60 feet, right? Right there. You can see
Yeah,
that?
that's 60 feet.
That's 60. That's 60 dookie dookie doo. Hold on. Where's my shit? Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Alright, so that right there. Oh my god, I swore I had it before. Hold on. There's definitely a way for me to get within 60 feet of this thing. Alright, right there, right?
Yes. Do you need help?
I need help. I need an adult.
Okay, how about I do the ruler?
Alright, I can. You do the ruler for it, I'll do the ruler for me. Because I
Alright,
can
this
move
is this is 60 feet from it.
Alright. So I'm gonna go there.
There, I locked it so it doesn't
definitely
move.
I am going to cast Polymorph.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's got to make a Wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect,
Oh, it sucks at that.
and I'm gonna. It can be a challenge rating equal or lesser to the beast's target. I'm gonna try to turn it into just like a sheep. Why not? Stick with the classic.
Alright, classic sheep like World of Warcraft. Let's see what it
Wow.
rolls.
The spell save is.
Ooh, it rolled an 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. So turn that fucker into a sheep.
Okay,
How long does that
describe
last?
your attack. It lasts 1 minute.
It lasts 1 hour.
Oh, 1
actually.
hour.
No, it's up to
Oh.
an hour. So Avara just walks forward and she cracks her knuckles and she's like, I don't know why we took the fucking shortcut. And she just points her left finger at this thing and a little bolt of energy strikes forth, sort of taking a jagged path toward the creature. Did you like the sound effect too, though? Emma turned into a little sheepy sheep.
That's a goat.
So
That's the
the
closest thing I
trans-
got.
So just so you're aware, that works. The transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies. Can be any form whose challenge rating is equal to or less to the target's. The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the chosen beast, but it retains its alignment and personality.
Okay, so as this thing finishes rearing back from that icy breath it unleashed, within a moment you snap at it and it is meh, a little sheep on the ground, kind of looking around at everyone, going meh, eh.
Can we all get off the cart and run?
Alright, I
Yeah.
don't suggest we get the fuck out of here. She's going to say
Bye
as she-
bye bye.
You have to
I'm gonna
maintain
mount a
line of
horse.
sight on this thing?
It's concentration. I don't think it's line of sight, though.
It's concentration, it's not line of sight. I will say though, there is still like a spike growth field in front of you all.
We can
Also-
get around it.
Also, that
Well,
thing still
right.
retains its alignment, so if it's evil, it might try to be, like, pissy still. Just
we can
nobody
outrun
heard
a goat
it.
on horses.
I don't know if it... we might be able to kill it, actually.
Why didn't you make it into a penguin?
Well,
I don't-
I think
if
Well, I
you
made it into
attack
a sheep.
Here's the thing: is if it drops to 0, like in this form, it drops back
fine.
into its regular form. Like if you attack it, it goes back into
Yeah, until it hits 0 hit points or dies. Well, no. It lasts for the duration until it hits 0 hit points or dies.
Yeah, and then it doesn't last anymore.
Yeah.
And then it turns back.
And
into-
then
It
it's
turns
back
back
to what
into the
it
ice
was.
salamander.
Oh, does it turn back? Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
The target assumes the hit
Alright,
points of
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're fucking leaving, guys. Is this thing just gonna impale itself on the brambles? Can somebody... Oh,
Well, I would
actually,
drop that
I
like
can do-
whenever
oh,
it's
you would
my
drop it?
turn,
Okay.
or
which
whatever.
is before the
Now, I
creature
guess.
moves.
Can we exit
No,
combat
that's
mode
over.
That
now?
sprawling, writhing
Yeah.
area of sharp vines and thorns that Mina had manifested beneath it just shrink back into the earth below.
Guys, I think we should leave as fast as possible.
We're gonna go back into out of turn order now that it's a sheep, and it's gonna be going and it's gonna try to charge towards Audrey.
Everybody run!
Okay.
Oh, you're
my
oh,
God.
run! You're not in turn-based mode. Get
It
out of
has
there!
to use
Get
the
away
sheep,
from me!
it has to use the sheep stat block to attack you.
It does. Audrin! It's gonna try to ram at you, does a 6 hit!
No.
It comes charging at you like
Someone stop me from fucking stabbing this thing.
All right, everybody, let's run. Let's
just-
get on the carriage and the horses and go.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
just
on a
follow
horse.
this-
I jump on this horse.
Gonna
All right, I
follow us for
jump
an
on
hour.
this horse.
I want to say congratulations to Elvira on your inspiration for the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So,
Who may as go
Just roll for
frigidly
your
get
lives.
onto the cart
We
with their
could, yeah,
1
that's what they said.
HP.
Throw it off a ledge. Yeah, but I feel like
Mina
the
is
fall
going to-
damage wouldn't kill it.
so here's we go. Everyone gets back onto the cart, remounts the horses, and tears off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have an
Okay.
hour to get away
And
from this thing.
Mina's gonna do 2 things. One, because they're still in their chalice form, they are going to cast Cure Wounds for Humi. So that's gonna be
Oh.
so sorry,
Yeah.
my child.
You doubled my health.
That is no, that's gonna be 5 points of healing, plus, because I'm in my chalice form, an additional 12 points of healing.
So
Thank you so much.
you all
Who else
continue
got hit?
down, tearing off down into the rocky pass that you have entered.
Fast
the-
pace.
easily-
Fast
the other-
pace.
Are you moving at
thing-
double speed?
Should we?
The other thing I
Yeah.
would like to do is Mina would like to try to distract the creature by flying at it and flying around it and trying to get it to like come after
Okay, well
her.
you're gonna get left behind if that happens. So
No,
I'm
Mina,
fine with
please.
that.
Mina, no!
I'm fine with that because I have a plan. I have a plan.
okay.
We can't if it follows us for an
Okay,
hour.
so Mina disappears off into the distance, distracting this
Go.
goat as it's going.
You
like,
tell us
Don't
that,
run and
Mina,
go.
trying to
so
hop
we
up
know?
and nip
Just-
Mina.
Just for a minute, because after I successfully lure it away from the group, I'm going to cast Plant Growth, centered around it, and I'm going to use its instantaneous version. So if you cast the spell using 1 action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So it's like double difficult terrain.
But it doesn't do damage?
No, it's not. It's not a
It
damage.
does not do damage.
Okay,
That's awesome.
that's very
and then-
smart.
Now that it's basically trapped, I'm going to fly back to the
Also,
team.
also
if
just a
possible.
reminder for the DM too. This thing has the intelligence of a sheep, so it's
Oh, it does, but
possible-
this is a very
possible
pissed
that
off
it-
sheep right now.
It's possible
It is
it
a
could
piss-
forget we exist though after a few moments.
Oh, you'll see about that.
Maybe in an hour
Yeah,
it'll forget.
Yeah, we got an hour
So,
to put ourselves between.
So, Mina, that was
This
smart.
is just the snail
Time-
that follows you until you die.
yeah, kind of, really.
So to
So-
be clear, we started getting the head start. Mina stayed back to distract, did that, and then flew
Put it
away.
further.
We're almost
Yeah.
running out of time, so I'm resuming.
Okay.
Right.
So, you all tear forward. An hour passes. You all can take a short rest also if you'd like during this time.
Yeah,
Like, as if you did before.
Well,
you said
can
you're
I do
moving
that
at double
while
speed?
Can I do that while maintaining concentration or no?
No, you cannot.
Alright,
Audrey,
and I will-
Audrey,
It
can
will be with Song of Rest, so add a 1d6.
Audrey can take the helm of the wagon.
I can
I
too because
wanna-
I'm not resting.
I want to heal anyone that needs healing.
So, you tear off ahead, double speed. Time passes. And if you're gonna take any hit die, do it now.
Wonderful. I will do that.
I'm gonna cast.
A half hour passes.
Cure wounds at level 2.
An hour passes.
Spell drops.
And as you all begin looking around, you don't see anything else much ahead. Everything has begun to get much more cleared out. And as you look up ahead, you can see as the pathway continues to steep downwards towards a coastline that you can now see on the horizon. You see faint bits of light and structure coming from a large city placed right on the edge of the sea that you see up
Oh,
ahead.
thank God.
You see, still hours off in the distance, but you can see the beginnings of your destination, Pass Real ahead. You're approaching now on the 2-hour mark. And as you get closer, everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my God.
Passive.
Passive?
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Who else got hit?
I'm gonna
Aurora,
kill
did you
myself.
get hit?
Wait.
I did get hit, but I rolled some hit die to
Okay.
heal
Also-
myself.
Jeez, this ain't the
Uh,
night, guys.
Gonzo, what is that bonus that I roll to my when I get back my hit die? Is it a D6?
1d6, correct.
Oh.
That happened
Well.
to me last time I did it.
I returned the 1.
So,
I'm back up to 65. I'm
2
chilling,
hours
sorry.
pass at this point. 2.5 hours. Numbers and Alvara. You guys are keeping a sharp eye out, making sure everything is as it should be, as you can now see your destination ahead. Tearing off in the bit of the sparse trees behind you, a ways off, but you can hear approaching faster and faster.
It's on our ass.
You guys doing anything, or are you just gonna?
Double time, boys. Let's move.
I just
there-
gotta keep moving.
Are y'all just
We
gonna?
have
Are y'all gonna
behind
say
track,
anything, or?
bro.
Hey, yeah, it's still behind us. Get to the city.
How
do you guys
far
want me
away is
to-
it?
Can we hide our track?
It sounds like it's rapidly approaching.
Like how many?
Like how far away? Like a
within-
mile back?
No, like within maybe a couple turns, it's gonna be on your ass.
What?
What?
12
We've been
seconds.
double timing it
It's been
all this
dashing the whole
time,
time.
and
Its
Yeah,
dash
but
is
the sa-
120.
Yeah, the salamander's really fast, and it's had over an hour to
And also,
catch
it can
up.
burrow.
Does
oh,
it have our scent or something?
Can you cast
We
polymorphic
don't know.
ale,
We
Moro?
don't know anything about this.
I
thing.
have one more spell. I could cast it again.
Just
Try
do
it. Try it.
Do it
It
right
wouldn't-
now.
Talk this thing remembers.
I am
we
giving
exist,
you
frankly.
a round to prepare, as now it's approaching faster and faster as you're talking.
Okay, I'm going to prepare slow.
I'll prepare polymorph again, I guess.
There's no
Uh,
way we're going to be able to tarry this thing another 2 hours to get to Pasreal.
guys,
We're close. We can see the city.
It's 2 hours, she said.
guys,
I didn't
think
say it was
two-
2 hours away.
You said hours.
several
off.
hours.
I said it's several
Several
hours
hours.
away.
Oh.
Oh,
Guys, I
that's even
think
worse.
This
I
is
think
like
the
before
two
it's-
horses pulling the
Uh-oh.
cart should continue going ahead, and then the two other horses should break
All
off. 'cause
four
we
are pulling
can't-
the cart.
Oh, all four of them are.
Yes.
Oh God.
All right. Well, can I
Uh,
also just say we've been on the trail for 2 hours, right?
2.5.
Yeah, I would have definitely short rested after that first hour.
I
on
said
the
you
spell
guys can
slot.
short rest.
Say that. I'm just saying that to restore my spell slot, basically, because I'll be at 2 again.
Okay, so
Um,
you guys have a round. I'll give you a round to hold any actions or prepare if you want, but you can hear it tearing off in the distance behind you.
Guys, we should definitely scatter. We can't all be caught again in a big group. Someone should take the cart ahead.
I'll take
But-
the cart ahead, and if it gets near, I could slow it. It won't stop it for long, but it's something at least.
Also,
Why don't we
DM,
see if polymorph works?
Yeah,
but we don't want to be caught again. May I roll my wheel and woe for today?
yes you
I
can.
haven't rolled it.
Oh, can I do
Time
my thingamabob?
Hide our track.
Oh, all right.
Yes, if
cool.
there was anything that you needed to do at the beginning of the day, you can do it.
Whoa! Let's see what is on the wheel tonight. Oh, luck be a lady tonight. Today we have The tale of the brute. That is all.
Okay. I need to know if we're gonna re-enter like initiative order. I need to know what you guys are doing.
Sounds like it.
Mina is going to fly up and a little bit away from the group, so hopefully the breath attack doesn't catch all of us again.
Yeah, we should probably just ready ourselves, disperse, and prepare attacks.
I'm readying poly.
Audrey's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna run off to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Someone should take the cart and keep going forward with the rest of us prepare.
I am taking the cart going forward. I have slow prepared, and I have used 6 seconds to get the tail to brute.
Alright. I will say, you guys, I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds IRL time to position yourselves on the Tailspire map. Otherwise, roll initiative.
All right.
Where is it? It's coming behind us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you place it just so we have an idea of where exactly it is?
I cannot because you don't see it yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna get
Can
in
we-
position and then I'll rage just so I'm ready.
Finally, God.
Can we hear roughly what direction it's coming from? Like, is it
Like
coming
directly
straight back?
behind.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, roll initiative. Oops, I forgot.
Yeah, everyone
I
please
gotta-
roll initiative.
So is my initiative going to be for the cart entirely?
Yeah,
or-
your initiative is gonna count for the cart entirely.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
That's not a nat 20.
Well, or you know what I mean.
It's a
Flaccid 20.
flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20s in the
Flaccid
jet.
20.
12.
I wish I
This
healed
thing rolled
myself
fucking
more.
dookie for initiative.
The 17 for
Good.
Alvaro.
Okay,
Go first.
8 for
25
Humi
to 20.
and the cart.
20.
28.
Ooh.
Above the norm, above the cap.
okay. 20 to 15.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. 15 to 10.
12.
10 to 5?
9.
Okay. Humi, you're last.
8.
Well, I've got some news for y'all because this thing rolled a nat 1 on its initiative.
Yo!
Yeah.
Nice. But then how far fucking back is it if we can't see it? We're just waiting for it. Oh.
Okay.
You sound like that Ginger from the Magic School Bus. Oh.
You mean
What
Miss
the
Fruit?
frizz? No
Oh.
way!
That was
Cruising
so
on down
insulting,
Main Street.
numbers. Oh my
I
god.
knew we shouldn't have taken the shortcut through the mountain pass. I knew it.
That being said, this is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh.
Ooh.
That was a
Great
was
job,
close.
everyone.
Siri, play Cotton Eye Joe. It's sheep time.
Make sure everyone writes down what they prepared for next session, alright?
Well, now this is
Just
a way
more
more
rage.
interesting battle formation because now you're just fucking kiting it.
Pretty
well.
much.
That's what we needed to do from the beginning. But we stayed grouped up.
I know. It was a mistake.
Have a good sleep, Gruta.
Good night,
Good
Gruta.
night.
Good night.
So let's get some inspiration out of the way. We'll go down the line. Audrin?
This is a tough one. I do want to say right off the bat, I think we probably shot ourselves in the foot there because it used its breath, and then it probably had to recharge it, but now it's had hours to do that. So we could be in a little bit of trouble, but at least we're properly placed this time. It's between Alvara for proper use of polymorph and Mina for that very creative slow trap without damaging it. That took some five-headed thinking. So between the two of you, it's pretty hard because both of that was very, very smart, but I think I'm gonna go with Mina this time.
Okay. Alvara.
Yeah, Mina gets it for me for the same reason. The creative spellcasting was good. And the RP was good too. You had a nice RP moment earlier, so that was good.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Everyone had really good RP moments earlier this night.
This was a really good RP session.
It was.
Aurora?
It's tough, but I'm gonna give it to Alvara for 2 reasons. One, for the polymorph. That was I was so happy when I heard that. Oh my god, like my heart started beating again. And 2, for the really good role playing with their feline friend, who I have no idea who they are. I really enjoyed listening to that. I thought that was really cool.
Okay. Umi.
You know, it is like a toss up because like people did really well tonight, but the good spell casting and the good role playing, I think I'm going. Honestly, I'm going to give it to Mina. Like, I'm curious. They stole a family heirloom. It's something with the grasp, and I feel like that is like going to be big later on. I don't know how, but like,
Yeah, that was
it
pretty
makes
cool
you
to hear.
think, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Mina.
It is a really tough one because for the same reasons, everyone had some really, really good RP. Aurora, Humi,
Excuse me.
Alvara, and especially Audrin. Like, that was an awesome moment between Audrin and Mina.
I thought so too. You did a great job.
This is so tough, but I think I'm gonna give it to Audrin, personally.
Big
for
smiles.
Sharing
Thank
a
you.
drink with Mina in the middle of it.
We're giving the child alcohol again.
Oh,
They're
she's
not
been...
a child.
At this point, she has an acorn cap at the ready.
Alrighty, numbers.
I'm gonna give it to Alvara for great use of polymorph. Excellent use of polymorph.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if my pea brain serves correctly, that means it goes to Mina?
I think that was 3 for Mina and maybe 2, 3 for Alvara?
3 Mina, 2 Alvara, 1 Audrin, I think.
I think that's
Okay.
right.
Who voted
Alright.
for Mina again? It was you.
Myself, you,
Humi.
and
Humi.
Humi.
Yes.
Alright,
yeah.
Mina, congratulations. Give yourself a point of inspiration for next week against the Ice
Woo!
Salamander.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now, the poll for community inspiration for all you lovelies watching is being posted in the Discord as we speak. Everyone gets a big round of applause for tonight. Everyone did wonderful. Lots of creative roleplay and creative spellcasting. I love it. You guys have made this encounter way more interesting now. And also got to have a moment of a really pissed off sheep, which I think is wonderful.
I was almost tempted to cast Speak with Animals on the sheep.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be really funny. Like, what's wrong, buddy?
I'm gonna fucking kill your ass.
When I get out of this, I'm gonna kill you.
I don't know what's happened here, but I'm angry.
Alright, so we're gonna end session tonight, guys, but thank you so much for watching. Catch us again Thursday for Curse of Strahd. If you want to catch our VODs, they're on the YouTube. If you want to chat with us, join the Discord. But
And
otherwise...
thanks for joining us, Max. We love you.
Yeah, and thank you for all the support tonight,
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
Good to see you, buddy Max. Alright, guys, we're heading off to bed. Bye-bye!
Oi.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye!